know Zeke Black is in the building. Today's topic, today's show. So a good friend of mine, I grew up in the Washington Projects, better known as Aunt White. Um, May you rest in peace. One of the good guys. Even though we talking about a bad time and maybe talking about a little bit of the crime, but just a generation in an era where a man inherited a multi-million dollar block and nobody died in the beginning situation. That's very historical in the ghettos of New York City, in East Harlem, Spanish Harlem. Um, Little overview. We all grew up together from Washington Projects. We grew up under the Tom Blacks, the Chasers, the Pudges, the Kenny Blacks, the Tones, the Yules, the JJs, the Poodles, the Jimmy Cocos. So when we was young kids playing in Big Park, we were just watching the older, you know what I'm saying, watching the OGs. No Porgy, I forgot Porgy's, rest in peace Porgy, but Porgy, from the 9-7 side, from Big Head Nelson building, you know what I'm saying, that's Deep Freeze co-defendant, one of his co-defendants in one of his cases. Yeah, so just growing up in Spanish Harlem, man, we watched this. We was young, as we began to get older, things began to change in the neighborhood. We had crews up the hill, down the hill. The PT cats, and you had the Black Top crew up on the hill. You had this Brooklyn guy that came. Now you had the Hill Hole on the corner. You had the Hill Hole crew. Rest in peace, Tone Lopez. Then you had this Brooklyn guy that came. That was Papa Guy's nephew, Aunt Murder. He came from Brooklyn. Some people say from Fort Greene. Some people say he's from Bed-Stuy, but he came out of Brooklyn. He wasn't a Brooklyn cat that grew up in East Harlem. His uncle just happened to tell him he could get money in the D. There were situations that happened, but we were still young, so it had nothing to do with us. It was way above our pay grade. You know what I'm saying? There's teenagers in the neighborhood. So over the years, ATM had a couple of good summers in the D, because you had him in the D, you had Tone Lopez on 100th Street, on the Hill Hole. Definitely shout out to my man Willie Woo, Scar, and all them JG, and all them Jacob. Definitely 100th Street facts, on 100th Street, the Hill Hole crew. Now, in this generation, we was young boys, but we was fast. So shout out to my man Hakeem and Tito Mary on all of them. Fire and all of them. Fire from Douglas used to be, shout out to Tom Black of them. The D began to change because the Brooklyn guy was territorial, so he was on some type of time that you can only be outside and do whatever. And I told you, dudes are still young. We 16, 17, some still taking packs. Then some things happen. Yeah, he was your cousin. You know what I'm saying? Aunt was, his aunt was from the D. Aunt, ATM, his family is from Walsh. That's his family. Papa Guy and them. Papa Guy is like the OG of OGs. Every neighborhood has the OG of OGs. Papa Guy is the OG of OGs. When they come to Washington Projects. When they come to that D, he's the OG of the OGs. Now, as time went on, things began to happen. Things began to change. Change in the neighborhood. A situation happened with, rest in peace, Tone Lopez. The brother passed away. Then a situation happened with ATM, and he passed away. So now the neighborhood's shifting now. It's just a little different. You had two major players, you know what I'm saying? We had two major players. They was out the way. Carver was still popping. Bam came back around. Bam was in Carver allegedly. I gotta say allegedly sometimes because I ain't trying to get nobody caught up. Bam was in Carver. Shout out to Bam. Definitely, I had to get on my 89 shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the 89, 1989. To get back on my 89. You know, I had to get the low. You know, I had to get on my 89. Shout out to the low lives in Brooklyn. I'm not a low life. I just support the culture. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Woody Low. So basically, we get back to the story. Now, my man Razzo, they from Washington. Razzo, Chola, Wiggs, Ed Medina. I had a whole bunch of friends in Wash. You know, I was down with TWB, Shop, TWB, Pooch Dogs, rest in peace, Bubbles, rest in peace. We had friends that we would go to the big park to play basketball because you either went to 96th Street or you went to the big park. My projects didn't have my block didn't have a basketball court. So you had two choices: 96th Street, the Castle, Hunter High School, and the big park. So now things are beginning to change in the community, right? Now we don't really know. We never knew the numbers that Tony Lopez was doing because some of our friends hustled in the hill hole. You know what I'm saying? They hustled in the hole, but dudes was getting paid like $250 a day. You know what I'm saying? From 12 to 12, you got $250 a day. So dudes didn't know the real numbers. And then something happens that's weird. Something happens weird, and this is what I mean about you never get over on nobody, right? There's all type of stories. There's all type of conclusions. There's all type of conspiracy theories. But this is one of the conspiracy theories that I heard because I was in Albany. I would come back, and a lot of my friends were still largely in the mix in the community. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I mean about you always never get over on nobody. You got to pay people. It's alleged that they gave a spot to it. No free Kenny Black. You know Kenny Black from the D. They gave Kenny Black the hero. So now a black man, the only black guy in the crew, who was like a manager, now they actually gave him the hero when Tone passed away. I guess he ran it, or he was running it, or he was the top. He was the face of it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For the money game. You know what I'm saying? Because we play basketball. Facts. Definitely. I like what you said, Mr. Event 100. I remember when Ant used to let me play basketball with them in front of 1955 before the money game. That's before they cut the entrance off to the D. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Abby Uno. Can't forget Abby. Yeah, exactly. So Kenny Black. It's so many stories. But they gave Kenny Black the hell hole. Kenny Black. He didn't want to. I guess he was playing games, wanting to pay dudes or something to do with payments. He owed somebody some money. He wound up owing these young boys some bread. Not young boys, because we always young. These guys get a little upset, and they would do some violent things. Nobody died though, but they would just make the block hot. Whatever it took to make the block hot. So this was going on probably like a week, probably for a month. Who knows? But it wasn't good for business for the people that was allegedly hitting Kenny Black with the work, because now the police is coming around. There's more police action, and that was never good for business. You never want police to come. No matter, so you don't want police. You don't want their spot on the radar. Yo, this block is hot. Because people do call 911. Do not get it twisted. Hustlers and non-hustlers will call 911. So, in the midst of this situation with Kenny Black, shout out to Kenny Black, though, free him. It's crazy. Some guys decide that was hitting Kenny Black that, maybe it's over for him. Maybe we need to go with the vibe of today. So there's a choice being made. Yo, let's do business with Ant. And the reason why I put Kingpin for, because y'all know and I know. We talk about when they hit him, right? Now listen to me clearly when I say this. When he got hit, right? When he went from probably doing 100 grams or even a big 6 deuce, now they giving him something heavy. Here, take this half. Whatever they give you, hey, take this half, and you finish that, we got more for you. Now they're giving him, now listen, the hill hole's basically over, and now nobody else really picked up the pieces and wash. The only other you had a couple of pieces of competition, but then you had Cuddy in them. Not like again, this show is about friends that grew up together. I have nothing to do with whatever's going on between the families. This is just my piece of Washington Project history. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing to do with whatever. May son rest in peace. Whatever was son, free son. I got nothing to do with that. Y'all know I got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling the story. So Cuddy and them family, they was also with a D. So a smart move was these guys went to the table. If you look at the thumbnail, these guys went to the table. And let me tell you something about loyalty. Every person in that picture got money, even the shortest guy in the picture. He was locked up. Actually, for that first one, he was locked up for a gun charge. But they still held him down. He looked out for his people. Now listen, nobody died. Nobody got shot in the back. Nobody, know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Nobody got hit in the back. Nobody got hit in the head. This thing was for real. Like I told you, in our time of growing up, the OGs was Tom Black, Mo, Chase, Pup, Buck, you know what I'm saying? Bug, you know what I'm saying? We got to see the D was different back then. Big E and all of them coming through the D. I told you, even Smokey from uptown, the comedian Smokey used to be in Washington with, I guess he was cool with JJ and them. Rest in peace, Jay Slade. So we taking it back to that. These are African Americans, you know what I'm saying? UFO Eve uncles is across the street, like rest in peace, Baby, Jimmy, and all of them. Shout out to my man Jim Bone from Wash. Can't forget Mr. HVR himself. You heard? So now this is nobody died, nobody's in the wheel, nobody's critically injured, none of this craziness. He goes to the black people. Now this is what I mean. Now Rikers Island at this point in time, there's a black Latino war. Latin Kings against the Bloods against the Kings, there's a bunch of Nietas, the Corazon, all this craziness. But in the streets where I was from, there wasn't that type of energy. So they go to the tables. They put together something that was beautiful. Since you all grew up together, let's get money together. And they turned that into they had lines around the block, bro. And now, mind you, at this point in time, there was no dimes in the hood. So they brought the dimes back. So now these dudes caught they caught the gold rush. You know what I'm saying? And White, he was just the face of it. Not really the face, because him and MPV was they was doing it right. They was calculated. Something silly sent him to jail though, you know what I'm saying? Something a little crazy. He went to jail for something that was a little crazy. Some people say he didn't even do it, but his name got caught up in it because it dealt with his work, you know what I'm saying? But this is when Club Arenas was popping. See, this is when y'all was outside, because I'm not saying no years, and I'm tired of educating you. If you was outside, you was outside. There's a club called Club Arenas was popping back then. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Club Arenas was popping back then. If y'all remember the history, Club Arenas was popping back then. Dollar Bill was back in there. He was one of the DJs in Club Arenas. K Slade, when he was Dez, was in Club Arenas. This is when he was Dez. We call him rest in peace, K Slade. This is when he was Dez. We're staying in the element. We're staying in the cloth and not being disrespectful, because I don't want to drag you on to something that's, these dudes was just in the club. The D in Washington, that circle was $1 million business. Shout out to Lulu Ray and all. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all from the LAS know who Lulu Ray is. He's from my projects. Rest in peace to him. But he went to the LAS with his brother-in-law. His brother-in-law's got a whole bunch of money in that Lower East Side. So a lot of y'all dudes grew up with Lulu Ray in the LAS. He's from my projects. He actually from my projects, Lexington. Like Poodles from my projects, Lexington. Like JJ Slade from my projects, Lexington, up the hill. Still Wash, but a lot of y'all know Poodle for being Carver, Marvin Carver. But he's from Lex. You know what I'm saying? again, bringing it back to the historical facts. So now, I remember there was a video shop on 100th Street. You ever remember the video shop? And I was sitting around with my mans in them. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, my mans in them. So now I see these dudes took off. They took it to the moon. This is when you began to hear the names like the twins, Benji and all of them. These are the new names that was popping up. You know what I'm saying? These not getting older now. These dudes is in position now. Hakeem and them was already in position. They still had they had a piece of whatever they was doing. That cloth was eaten. I remember when Aaron was like, "Yo, Zeke, what's up? You ready?" I'm like, "Nah, so I'm out of town. I'm doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I'm doing, and such and such. You know what I'm saying?" But they was taking it to the moon. Now the thing about Aunt White was we was like, I think it was too old school. Like, you know what I mean? Old school was Aunt White wasn't the BMW type of guy. He had a pit bull, walk around with the army jacket, with the Vasquez's. He in the middle D playing with his pits and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying. A lot of our cloth was army jackets with the you know the good jeans on, some Vasquez or some constructs. And he was doing there was many crews that was getting money. But at that time, that's when that Stingray was crazy. Rest in peace, out. They coming through Lex Ave and bikes and all that. That's, you know what I'm saying? So they was like Ant was there. Like mind you, he inherited this. He basically inherited the projects. George Washington projects. This wasn't 2 buildings. This wasn't 3 buildings. You know what I'm saying? He ran that shit like the car. You know what I'm saying? That's my man. I said, yo, Ant, this is serious, bro. But he was always humble, man. He was still him. You know what I'm saying? But you know what come with money, come with drama. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This I told you, this is a guy that was popping. Nathan Jones was popping. Now, this is when Nathan Odie. Now this is how crazy the world is. I always assumed that Nathan Odie was from Madison. There's somebody else telling me that they actually from the Bronx, on the west side by University and all that. That's, you know what I'm saying? I the first money, the original money there, because Nathan Odie, I remember them from their cousins, Big MPV Earn and Curdy and all. That's all their family. You know what I'm saying? Now to mind you, I think Tone. I think my man, he took some heat though. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Ant. At that time, the hood was still sensitive to the Tone Lopez situation. A lot of the older guys, because Tone Lopez is like, you know, he's an OG. No, what are the OGs? And some guys came back to the neighborhood. They came back. That their names popped up in the situation with Tone. And when he came back, I guess some dudes might have felt a certain way. You know, older cats like, yo, how you gonna show love to these niggas? But then, you know, I don't think everybody felt that way, but you got some dudes that just, you know, because now they back, and I ain't gonna front, Tone showed them love. Not Tone, but Ant showed them love. Anthony showed them love. Ant White was showing them love. Now this is for Ant TRU. I guess Money Tree, whatever y'all call that Money Tree era. I'm talking about Washington SDS days. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the first flow, not the second one, but the first one. Not the one when he came home with the TRU and he was with that No Limit. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to that movie. I'm talking about before then. And it was a different time, man. This is early 90s, early mid 90s. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Salute. Now, the reason why I say the things that I say, right? Y'all look at every dude that's a Kingpin. He got big cars, big chains. Nah, dude, some dudes was getting money and just kept it playing. You know what I'm saying? He controlled D. You know what I'm saying? I remember when he had dimes and other blocks was just putting dimes out, bringing dimes back out where I was at. Like, oh shit, they're killing them. I think what was his only competition? Probably some dudes on second or 100 shit. Like, it was that deep. He had the flow. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, this is a dude that when we was growing up, you know, we seen dudes take, you know what I'm saying? We seen ATM getting that money in the D. We seen Porgy Brothers and them getting that money right there on 97th. You know what I'm saying? We seen it. We was, but it's like we can't wait till our turn. Now my block had his own flow, blacktop. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know the vibes. What was going on that hill? You know what I'm saying? You already know what was popping on that hill. Yellow tops, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? We was already mixy. You know what I'm saying? But Ant and them, they had to wait till, you know, because the Ant murder. It wasn't Tone Lopez that was the situation. It was ATM and 8 projects. So with ATM, rest in peace. Now look how this worked out. Nobody died in the situation. Now this is another story. Now this is how Kenny Black got right. Originally, Tone used to hustle. Rest in peace, Tone Lopez used to hustle on 3rd Avenue. Jimmy comes around. Jimmy, that's UFO Fee's brother. But back then, Jimmy Brothers was part of TKA. They were doing the TKA thing. You know, TKA, the freestyle group. They was rocking, but these dudes was coming to the street. Yeah. So yeah, because I get these crews mixed up. So the first was the Money Tree days. I'm talking about the TRU. I'm talking about Money Tree. That's what I'm talking about, because he got like 2 crews, you know what I'm saying? So I just remember the TRU part, I was in the house, but so the first one was Money Tree. I just get them 2. I just always called them Washington SDS, because yeah, I remember when they was on Video Music Box, he was like, yo, Washington SDS, Washington, you know what I'm saying? But I'm happy you reminded me of that. Now, that one they had was beautiful. Growing up in the D, you know what I'm saying? You learn a lot of things, man. You had a lot of rich cats that came out of Washington. Like I told you, Tone, like again, go back to the story with Tone Lopez. So now, this is like around 86, 87. It's a fight in the corner. Tony fights Jimmy on 3rd Ave. Boom, for a block. Tone packs it up. He goes around the corner and creates where it became the Hill Ho. This is Jimmy wind up allegedly going to jail for sicking his dog on somebody. For sitting with them Spud McKenzie dogs. He's you know what I'm saying? He goes to the penitentiary. Now Tone got the whole 100 shoot on Smash. He might have had some politics in the beginning, but he took it to the top. Then the Brooklyn guy comes, and then he's on 3rd Ave on 100 Street on the Ave, but he's basically got the projects. It was a different time. It was some things happened, but it's a different time now. Because I remember, you know what I'm saying? Definitely salute Mikey B. Now, mind you, these dudes, these are my A1 day ones. You know what I'm saying? These are my friends. Like things was happening. You had things that was going on. Shit. Hold on a second. You had things that was going on, and like I told you in the hood, this is Spanish Harlem. See, a lot of people don't know that I grew up with a lot of these dudes. These are my day ones. These are the dudes that we done sat in the middle of the projects, talk about when we get our chance, what we're gonna do. One thing I'm gonna say though is that when he got his chance, he really was connecting with his peoples. Definitely shots on man Sean Black. Poochie, like if Poochie would have never died, Poochie would have been a part of that. If Poochie never got died, you know what I'm saying, passed away, like he really kept it funky, but my peoples are gonna eat. Now mind you, this is public record. When they kicked the doors into one of his spots, they found like 2.5 bricks and all type of work. All this is for the breakdown. He wasn't even selling weight. So imagine somebody doing 3, 4 bricks a week, allegedly, on the breakdown. Dimes. Come on, man. This is the 90s. 94, 95, 96. That was crazy. That's a lot of money. Humble. He'll walk right past you. You see him on Third Ave with his dog. You see him with his boys. He wasn't driving. Like I told you, a lot of older cats, they used the Tone Lopez thing. I said, you know, some dudes got jealous, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, Ant goes to jail, comes back, and has a TRU run. And another one. Shout out to Frank White and all of them. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Yes, Washington Projects is the beginning of Spanish Harlem, but it's 97th Street part. It's like 97th and 3rd and 2nd. That's Wash. That's the beginning of Washington. 96th Street. You know what I'm saying? That's 96th Street. That's the beginning. When you cross the street going downtown, like going towards Isaacs and all that, that's the Upper East Side. But when you go to 97th, so a lot of dudes went to either PS 109 or PS 198. Or, you know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes went to Wagner Junior High School, or if you was tough, you went to 45 or 13 or Jefferson Park. But a lot of dudes stood in the area. Shout out to my man Razzle. Rest in peace, Razzle. Can't forget Razzle. Razzle from Wash. You know what I'm saying? Now, this was a different time. The money was different, right? But there wasn't a war. There wasn't a war in that deep for that money. As crazy as it sounds. That's the first time I've ever heard Hootie Bang Bang being somewhere and nothing really corruptive happening. He might have dug a couple of pockets, slapped a couple of dudes, and took their cell phones and so no, his everyday bully. But nothing happened. Nobody got laid out. Had the projects. But he sort of brought the projects together. Again, in jail, there was a black and Latino war going on. In the D, the black and Latinos was getting money together. That said a lot for that time. And I think because of that, a lot of things ain't happening. I can't speak for this new generation, but other generations, things didn't happen because we wasn't going at each other over, yo, you black and I'm Puerto Rican. And white was Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? We kept it, we was all together. Told you, I was around the conversation when, yo, so we can start hitting the air. Boom. I know allegedly a couple of dudes that hit him. Yeah, the money tree one. You know, so I remember a couple of dudes that hit him. I remember that first flow. Fire was out there with them. Fire was on Third Ave with them. Fire, Hakeem, all of them was on Third Ave with them. I ain't gonna front. It was like Washington Projects, but 88 in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? It was like 98. It was like 88. But in the 90s, with that, boy. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace of True, man. You know what I'm saying? Little True. That's my man, Randy Love Walker cousin and our man Cubby, you know, from Wash. You know what I'm saying? That was dope. Now, my block was doing numbers, too. Do not get it twisted. I caught a paper top case on my block. We had the Bulgers. We had the Dimes, too. I can only speak for myself. We had the Dimes. You know what I'm saying? We was doing numbers. Them numbers, but think about this. If we allegedly doing a brick and a half, 2 bricks a week on the breakdown, and they doing 3 or 4 or 5, that's 88, 89 numbers in the 2-block radius. Up the hill, down the hill. Let's just say that, let's just come up with an alleged number. Nobody's selling weight. Nobody's running around going, yo, I got 100 grams for sale, this, that, and the third. But nobody was killing each other. This is up the hill, down the hill. Now think about now how these dudes kill each other over cell phones and tweets and Twitters in the metaverse. We're talking about a time one up the hill, down the hill. Let's just say Ant never came on the block that said dudes couldn't pump dimes. Like, dudes ain't go to war over that. But a lot of dudes began to use the loophole. Yo, they cool with the dudes that killed Tone Lopez. Yo. And it was like, Ant started getting little beats. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you, up the hill, down the hill. And we went to the same bars. One fish, two fish. Remember the Cotton Club was popping on 86. 86, everybody go to the Cotton Club. We was going to Ted Smooth parties. My man on my block used to manage Ted Smooth. Adam Torres. Now Adam Torres is one of the biggest Latino concert throwers in New York City. Y'all can put this in. Adam Torres concert. Why don't y'all Google that? He's from my block. DJ Suave came up under them. DJ Demo and all. Shout out to DJ Demo from Carver. The influence in Ant White was different because it was love. You never see love in the game. Every time you hear a story about the game, there's always some treacherous backdoor shit. There wasn't no backdoor shit. The only thing that happened that was crazy, that Ant went to jail for something that was crazy. I don't know, there's 3 stories to it. Somebody got cut. The person said he tried to rob her. Whatever the case may be. It was something stupid. But that, I think he did like 3 years for that shit, or 4 years. When he came home, that TLU run was even more crazy. He was on his no limit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the Washington Projects was a different place. You know what I'm saying? Like we seen it. We seen what Third Eye was like. Because after a while, we want to get money. You just have to find, you know what I'm saying? We can't wait till our turn. And that's how a lot of us know a lot of dudes. Because like me, I would be in Washington Projects. Me and my man John. My man John, you know him as Jay Quest, Chaser, John from Lex. We will always go down to the D to play basketball with them. We would always go to center deck to play basketball with them. So we was their friends. These was our friends. Like Pooch Dog and all of those was our friends. And then Pooch would come up on Lex. So think about that when dudes started getting money, how it wasn't up the hill, down the hill did. Then things got political because that's what happens with the game. Things begin to change. Powers begin to change. You got a stronger crew so we can do business together. And then some people may say the politics changed, whatever the case may be, but dudes kept it official. It's just that because of gang politics, the lingo began to change in the street. Yo, the Spanish cats is eating, we not eating. Because somebody spent the yard in green and they done read some type of historical history, like the blacks is oppressing the black, the Puerto Ricans oppressing the black. And I sit here and go, when that joint popped off in Washington and him and MPP Earn was getting money, that was a dope run. That was a dope run. Now, mind you, my block, I tell you, we had those dimes. Rest in peace, Dave. All I remember was me, Dave, and a couple of good guys in the lobby. And we was sitting there, you know, with the dry mouth. I mean, it was crazy. Like, nobody was coming. The only way to go to war, the only way and dudes tried to have nickels and still couldn't do nothing close to what they was doing. Tried to have nickels. I remember Dave, rest in peace, Dave. Remember Dave? You know what I'm saying? Dave's the one that brought me to 122nd Street and Lex and all that with Steve-O and all of them. He the one that had me uptown and all that. He the one that used to bring us uptown. I said, I know mad cats up there. He used to bring me, always bring, yo, let's walk to 122nd Street. Yeah, son. Shout out to Fat Spanky. We can't forget Fat Spanky from 100th Street. He was down with them. It was like this. Him, Little Ray. Yo, I remember when Little Ray used to be with us on our block. Then he started hanging out with Ant White. This is before the run. This is when Ant White was in the D, running around with Charles and chasing all of them, chasing and you know, Tom Black and all of them. Like I said, the Smokey I knew, I remember he used to be around. It's like Smoke, Big Head E from Madison, Rod, you know what I'm saying? They always be in the D. Yeah. So now think about that. He's an African American. Like I told you, shout out to Pop. We can't forget about Papa Guy. You talk about Wash, you can't forget about Papa Guy. Like you can't forget about Red. Red was out there too, and Sepp and all of them. No, Veen was locked up. Remember Veen? Rest in peace, Veen. I remember when Veen used to be on 3rd Ave with Tone. Yep, that's a fact. They all came together. Exactly. It was over. Yo, Mace, exactly. See, I like this. I was there. You know what I'm saying? Because my man was doing business with one of the major players in that Hill Hole crew. He was doing business, but you know, you can't put a nigga who think too much with a nigga who's just laid back on the same squad. It gets crazy. To the point where I knew who the plug was, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? That's how small this shit was. I knew who the connect was. This is historical. You just hit it on the nose. Hold on. Mace. That's when the whole Tone Lopez circle came together with White. Tone Lopez. That's why I mentioned the Tone Lopez. Tone Lopez crew was had the video store. One of them. I ain't gotta say their name, but one of them had the video store. Ant wasn't a kid. What Ant you talking about? If I'm 49, what Ant you talking about? I don't feel like sending you to the store. I think you might be talking about another Ant. You ain't talking about Ant White. You're never not talking about Ant White. You definitely ain't talking about Ant White. If I'm 49, you ain't talking about Ant White, bro. You ain't talking about Ant White. If I'm 49, Ant White 49, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Again, I want to send you to the store, brother. You got the wrong Ant White. That's in the lobby, in the wash. That's Ant White, Little Ant, and MPV Earn. That's Ant White with the red bubble jacket on. You know what I'm saying? Again, you got the wrong Ant White there, boy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm happy you brought up the Hill Hole crew. Tone Lopez and the Hill Hole crew. He's another one. I told you, he got into a fight with somebody. He relocated around the corner. Remember how, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yo, Tom Cruise, you got this all the way wrong, brother. You got it all the way wrong. You got that story all the way wrong. I'm gonna have to. I gotta. You know what? I can't let you put that in the atmosphere. That's not exactly what. That's not what happened, bro. That definitely did. That didn't happen like that. I remember when that happened. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like I remember exactly when that happened. I remember exactly when that happened. So, whoever Tom Cruise is, you're doing too much, bro. Because you definitely freestyling Fanatics. 1, 2. Yo, 2. The thing with this one is you can't take away history. I believe you just said what you just said. That's why I said some people, you know, you got to understand the conversation. Yo, I remember when that happened. And it happened more than 15 years ago, bro. What's wrong with you, man? You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, when that situation happened with Tone and Tone passed away, yeah, Julio Iglesias. What's wrong with it, man? You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with him? What's wrong with it, man? It's crazy. Back to the lab. You know what I'm saying? So now we in Wash and dudes is just doing the things that they doing. But definitely shout out to you, Tom Cruise. But I can't allow you to put that in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't allow to put that in the atmosphere because when Tone Lopez died, that was something that was I don't you know what I'm saying? It was bad. Like I told you, Tone Lopez had a fight with somebody. Allegedly he had a situation, but he had to block. He fed anybody that was good to eat. A lot of the young boys that was lost in the street, you know, street New York was twisted. He put them in that hell hole and dudes started making a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Kenny Black was in the position he was in because he always was cool with Tone, but he fought the same guy that Tone had a fight with. So loyalty comes into play. So when wherever Kenny came back from, plus I think Kenny caught a case for him out of town or some Connecticut somewhere. I don't know how true that is, but Kenny was like the only black lieutenant that was down with his crew. Kenny had a situation with the young boys. that day. The day before, I heard, they was out there trying to, whatever they was doing. Remember, these dudes came from out of town. They came from, they left and they came back from St. Louis or Kansas City, some goddamn where. They was on a different vibe. They didn't benefit off that move. You know what I'm saying? The ones that benefited was Aunt White. You gotta keep this in mind, man. History. This is history. This is not talking to somebody's uncle. This is not talking to somebody's, you know what I'm saying? You're talking, this is history. You can't change this. This is about a kid that got a spot. Nobody died. Now Tony Lopez was the best the best I ever seen him ever do it. He fed a crew of 6-7 dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you a picture of Tony Lopez. His crew was official. You know what I'm saying? The team was official. Yeah, the team was official. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man, like I told you, man, like you guys control, but you can't troll away from history. Like on my block, this was power on my block, right? This is power on my block. If you know who's in the picture, you know. This is power. One of the people in this picture was Rock City's partner when he caught the Fed chase. That's my best friend. One of the kids, well, the other friend Dave is in the picture too. If you know, right? So if you was outside, then you could say, oh shit, that's such. That's Spanish Harlem out front. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep on. Now, I'm gonna bring back to another one. So I like sometimes I gotta do my historicals on some of you dudes I want to troll. You know what I'm saying? Because now we getting back to the content. There's no rest in peace, my man Razzo. You can't forget Raz. You know what I'm saying? I'm not showing your receipts to prove something. I'm just showing you the crews that was out there. Now, Aunt White in them, when Aunt caught the flow, salute, when Mr. White caught the flow, like Son said, it was dudes from that had the video shot their hill hole dude. Yo, allegedly, yo, son, you could go. They shut down the hill hole. The hill hole was closed, and everything was open up in that D. You know what I'm saying? So this is why, right? This is why, nobody died. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of you guys join these gangs and you're killing each other over nothing. Nobody died. Even in Tony Lopez situation, who died? You know what I'm saying? Who died? And passed away years later when he got shot, but nobody died from him to get in position. He didn't have to backdoor nobody. He got in position because somebody didn't want to pay a group of guys. Kenny Black kept playing with the "I'm not paying you." He kept playing with them. Whatever he did, he kept playing with them. And they said, "Yo," they started, and them dudes went to the table like, "Ant don't got beef with the hill hole." Yeah, shout out to Carver. You know what I'm saying? The Carver Projects. You know what I'm saying? This is sometimes, man, when we deal with these stories, it gets emotional because people love Aunt White, man. Like people love Cody, people love Odie, people love Nate. You know what I'm saying? It felt good that our generation really came together in the streets. You don't even see that now. You got black and Latinos joining gangs, killing each other. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm talking about some crazy illegals, these dudes wasn't going to war with each other. Like I told you, Club Arenas, that was the local club. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? But we all got along. Yeah, shout out to Pamsy. You got a pizza shop now. Pamsy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a family, Cody and them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because what kept us together was my block. With sports. You had the basketball, the football, the Sugar Hill thing situation. That was a part of my block too. And Washington, and Carver. And some dudes in Cali. Like Lil Ralphie, Lil Chris and them was playing on that Sugar Hill team too. The Dead End Kids was exactly, bro. See the picture say history. This is a Friday night This is a good Friday night on Lex. If you know in the picture, you know, man. You know what I'm saying? These, these are archives. You know what I'm saying? Wiggs, the one put this peace sign up. That's my man Wiggs. He from Wash. Troll, he got the sweater on. That's Troll. They from Wash. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, we all grew up together. So now growing up together, this is you know, we do everybody wanted their chance. Everybody wanted their chance. You know what I'm saying? And one in your chance, you you begin to believe, yeah, exactly. Those is classical pictures right there. You know what I'm saying? I tell people, man, yo, listen, we do this, we definitely do this thing for real, man. Now, Fire used to be in the D with us too. Fire from Douglas, from the West, from Douglas Project. Shout out to my man Twist Dollar and them niggas, man. Antoine Walker. But he's son from Douglas. Now, when he was in Douglas, you had the Red Top Crew, you had the YTCs down the block, you had the PTCs down the block. Upper West Side, you know, that whole little court, YTC, PTC, Yellow Top Crew, Red Top Crew, all that was running around over there. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. See, this is Tone Lopez's mural right here on the 101st. That picture's still there. Unless you check it up, Wise Brim, salute. This is Tone Lopez's picture right here. Now listen, Tone Lopez, when he had the block, it was peaceful. He used to hang out in my parking lot. My parking lot used to be the Willie Burgers. You could say Willie Burgers or the East Side. The who's who of Spanish cats would be sit out there with their cars, playing, you know what I'm saying? And the dudes just showing nothing but love. A lot of these dudes y'all read about in these Fed cases and these big newspaper articles will come on my block because Tone was cool with everybody. Tone didn't have no wars. At least wars that we knew about. If you came home and you was his friend, he took you shopping, he tried to find a way for you, and boom, you found your way. That's what the hood loved Tone, but you know, new generation, everybody think different. No, our generation was a little more different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's Tone Lopez right there. We keep going down, man. See, this is the Hill Ho crew right here. For those that was outside, if you know, you know. And that's how Son got the spot. It was love. It wasn't don't let the Bonanos eat, even though, you know what I'm saying? It was you know what I'm saying? Everybody could just do what they gotta do. Son came together with the squad, bro. You can never tell, don't ever attempt to tell somebody where they're from history, bro. It looked like the D though. Yeah. That's him right there. Rest in peace, Tone Lopez. That's my man Green Eye Mike, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, man, I believe this is my man Wiggs. It's my man Wiggs in '89. The only times my man Wiggs PT. You know what I'm saying? From bars. You know, this is I gotta do this for the people, you know what I'm saying? We have to do this for the people. We can't forget the dudes that was outside, you know what I'm saying? Now again, this is my man. You see this? My man, that's Rock City before the Fed case. A lot of times, man, like I told you, man, you gotta understand, like, things was different back then. We had nothing but love. I think these youths don't hear these type of stories. Exactly. The youth don't hear these stories, bro. They hear wars, he got cut, he got stabbed. No, these dudes was getting money, and they made it look legal. They made this look peaceful. Exactly. They make it look peaceful. You know what I'm saying? They you know what I'm saying? They make it look peaceful. Look at this. Now, I'm gonna show you something right here. What's so glorious about this picture? That's Lex Washington and 101st Street and 141. All in one picture. That's 4 neighborhoods. That's Hill Ho, Sugar Hill, Dead End Kins, and Hilltop. All in one picture. And PT, because my man Dave was down with us, 131. That's Scar right there. That's Sugar Hill Tone. That's Pappuccino. That's Heck. That's Heck right there. That's Dave right there with the red and white shirt. That's four hoods in one picture. This is classical. This is before the Ant White run. Look, this. See this? It's Washington Projects. First Street, Sugar Hill Tone. That's when they had the football team at the back. This one they had the football team, Sugar Hill Football. So, this is my man Tom Black. Yeah, I interviewed Tom. That's my man Tom Black right there, the OG. Tom Black from Wash. Oh, highly in tune. We definitely highly in tune in our neighborhood. Definitely highly in tune. It's Tom Black, the OG. That's my man Ari Uno. That's Uno, my man Bert and Frank White. You know what I'm saying? This is how we giving it up, man. I just have to show appreciation to my man Ant White, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, he always showed love to me. Always unconditional love to me. Yo, Zeke, what's up? You ready? I'm like, nah, I ain't. You know, me and Mikey was like, that's my man Mikey. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, dad's son, da. Shout out to my man 5 Footer. He just reminded me of, we gotta do more for the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And we wasn't going to war with each other. I can honestly say that there's nothing to brag. Like, we don't have killing each other's stories. You don't have that story. Like I told you, we watch the older dudes do it without too much static, or how they handle their status. Things happen, but nothing happened crazy. So when we got money, we should be doing the same way. Wait, we don't want no drama. We just get money, have fun. You know what I'm saying? And that's what dudes did. When Ant had his on, that's when the tunnel was popping. Your man Zai was in the tunnel losing his mind with that Stingray crew. It's a different time back then. It was definitely it was a different time back then. This is second half aside, Frank. Mr. White Bill, that's the second half right there. Free Odie. That's Free Odie from Madison. So we all got along, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is Ant White with the twins. Alright, this is weird. When ATM was in the projects, Poe was still free. Alpo, he was still free. He just got bagged. Then Ant White and Poochie was, I think with Porgy and them, and Porgy's brother. I think they was getting money with Porgy's brother. They was doing something on 97th Street side. I think they was getting money with, I think they was doing some type of shift thing. Something either with Porgy brother or with Eulin. They was doing something on that side of the projects. Because I remember whatever they was doing, it was like a shift thing. That's when the Brooklyn cat was in. Poe had just got locked up. You know what I'm saying? So when Ant actually caught that run, Poe was finito. Poe used to come through. He was cool with JJ and them. No, Poe from the East Side. You know what I'm saying? This time he's got their old dice, JJ and Ant Murder and all that. ATM, they got their old big dice games. You know what I'm saying? See, on the East Side, it was a little more different with Poe because it's the Spanish cats. It was an equal game to them. You know what I'm saying? So it was he get to be himself. Like, yo, what's up? You know, you with these money cats. So sometimes some dudes they get around certain dudes and they know how to act. You know how to put it on. Like it came with them. I'm a little deboish and I'm a little bodyguardish, so I could be who I am. And with them, I just want to be the boss. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He did with the West Side a whole lot more. Exactly. So he came. He used to come on the East Side though. Like you see the Zoom buggies, Gangsta Lou, and all them coming through. Dudes love these dudes. They was just West Side. There was a lot of excitement on the West Side. Do not get it twisted. You had the rooftop. You had the after-hour spots. You had the big gambling games. You had the Rocker Park. You had the Kingdom. You had the world on the West Side. Exactly. The East Side was just another You know what I'm saying? Just another, and that's what it was with us. See, this is the twins with Aunt White. This is that money tree flow. It's funny because when I remember the twins when they was younger, a kid named Skinny Harv used to be with them. Rest in peace, Skinny Harv. That's their cousin. But their cousin is also my man Dave's cousin. Their cousin also is Malik cousin from 17th Street to 18th Street. You know Malik from the Blue Top Mafia? Also, Little Chino from Isaacs. That's their cousin. They all, yo, my man Dave had a big family, bro. Jacob from Wash, that's their cousin. They all was cousins. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was just different. It was just more Spanish. And where I was from was more, you know, San Juanish. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man, we doing it for the culture, man. We had to do it for Washington. You know what I'm saying? We do. Aunt White. He, you know what I'm saying? If dudes really speak about that run, it wasn't a black and Spanish war. It was none of that. It was. You know. We all got along with each other. If the older cats had beef with each other, that was definitely above our pay grade. The older Hispanic cats was going at it with the older. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'm gonna say is, I gotta end this because I got some things going on. Rest in peace, Aunt White, man. Now I remember that. The moral of the story is, this man became a kingpin. He was doing numbers. He was doing at least over 150,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? On the breakdown. This is all breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Historical facts. Spanish Harlem, the East Side, Washington. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to David Reyes. Rest in peace to Lazo. I had to do this for the projects. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man 5-footer, the host of the year. The host of the year, 5-footer. Gave me my mind to put this together. With that being said, I appreciate y'all. Definitely shout out to Yambo from 19th Street. Okay? You can't forget about Yambo. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all might know him as Yambo since 1978 hip hop. Manager, Rockefeller Records. But definitely shout out to him for the culture. We're doing this for the culture. That's what we do this for. This ain't gang culture. I'm showing you how dudes can get money. Yep, exactly. Definitely shout out to all the Spanish dudes with Columbus Ass, Douglas Peaches, but from 1 to the majority Black, Harlem Legends, Fritz Fat, Pop, Hen Dog, KW Fat, E, and Jim Ice. Facts. A lot of dudes don't be known, bro. This is how it was. You know what I'm saying? This is how it was, man. That's definitely how it was, man. So just definitely with that being said, man, I definitely appreciate y'all for pulling up. Blessings. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the East Side. Hell yeah. The money too, but they was making, oh my, they had them what they call them, Batman and Pac-Man. It was crazy. They was giving dudes $50 for pack. What is it, $40 for pack? They was giving dudes $40 for pack. If you sold 10 packs, you had 400. I think it was $45 for pack. That's crazy. Who pays you $45 for pack? Dudes is getting paid 2 cents a bottle, 10 cents a pack. Plus, you got to take all shorts. So, you be outside all day and make $80. This nigga was giving niggas like $40 off a pack. Dudes that was going out of town was coming back taking packs, bro. Yep, right across the precinct, right across the street from the 23rd. Right across the street, bro. $40 a pack. $40 a pack. You had dudes out there fighting, rumbling. Dudes is fighting for this. I'm like, what? He's like, yo, so he paying dudes like $40 a pack. He put like a 400 bomb, some shit he put together, some type of bomb, and you get like $40 or $50. I'm like, what? That's how much money he was making all those dimes. This is how much money he was making, allegedly. Yo, son, salute, Ron Bugs. Yo, son, he had shifts and all that. He be out there shaking. Yo, Ricky, shout out to Ricky Brown out there. Shout out to Rick Brown. You know what I'm saying? From Taft. Yo, shit was crazy. I couldn't believe it. He said, yo, see, they paying niggas $4 a pack. Dudes that was hustling for other dudes to go to him just to hustle, bro. Yo. And mind you, he had a flow. So 10 packs went like water. Like I remember on my block, 10 packs went like this. We was doing 20. We used to have a line. This be a line. That's how I caught my case. I got caught on March 1st. Yo, I think dudes is making so much money. I ain't no front. When I first heard about it, I came back. I'm like, yo, they like, yo, ain't no. They got lines around the corner, Zeke. So my man, I'm like, yo, son, this shit is crazy. They made dudes. You know how Fat Joe said dudes stepped their game up when he came to the lyrics? He made dudes step their game up in the game. Like, yo, dudes had to give away bulges just to be in competition with him. My man put them dimes. Shout out to Yusuf and them, man. Can't forget about Yusuf. That's the first one I remember. He took them dimes. He was in the back of them projects. And that shit turned into purple tops and went to the top, allegedly. Shout out to my man Yusuf, man. You know Yusuf from Park. Can't forget about it. He's definitely in that history. But man, ain't right? Now mind you, we had lines. They had lines all in the D. It was crazy. I remember one day he had the niggas on the benches giving them niggas the 1-2. Mind you, he didn't buy a BMW. It's crazy. The 1851 was crazy. Mind you, from my understanding, he was paying dudes $40 a pack. Dudes, you seen dudes out there shaking. Ding, 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 ding. Now, mind you, dudes like Little Ray and them was like lieutenants, I believe. They was in top spots because that's his man. I remember when Little Ray started running with him. He brought Little Ray to Washington, really. Like, he really went, like, I remember when Little Ray started running with Ed White and Poochie and all of them. And Bubbles and all of them. I remember that. This is East Harlem shit. The niggas had the 40. It was crazy. But you know what's crazy? Is that he was humble. If you see Aunt, what up? What's going on? What's up? But he was smart. He had 2 hitters with him. He kept a hitter with him. I ain't gonna front. He kept a hitter with him. I don't know which one. It was 3 of them. Between 3 of them, he kept somebody with a slam on him. I ain't gonna lie to you. They kept the slam. He was on point. He was running around. But you see him on 3rd Ave. You see him in going through certain blocks. Like, damn. But one thing you would see him at, you would always see him in that D. And if you was his friend, it was just like Tone Lopez. You was messed up. Yo, son, I got you. I'll look out for you, bro. If you was his friend, you grew up with him. He looked out for a lot of dudes. Some dudes may not jack him, whatever, who knows, but he looked out for a lot of dudes. Yeah, see? Exactly. I thought it was 40. You said 100. I heard 40. So somebody was getting the other 50, a 60. He was, son, he was killing them, bro. Yo, bro, he had the line stuff like you there. Yo, mind you, niggas on my block was calculating how to cut his dope. Like, I cut his dope, but get the flow. But I ain't gonna front, even when dudes put the dimes, nobody went to war. Like, Anthony come up the hill and sell dudes they couldn't eat. See, that's the difference. A lot of you dudes, you'll get on this possessive, take over the territory thing. Ant didn't do that. See? Ant didn't do that. He didn't go, yo, son, yo, what you doing? I had the dimes first. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, so imagine if he caught a flow like that. Imagine what Tone Lopez was doing with 025s. He had dimes. Remember that top dimes was crazy. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's how I thought it was. Yeah. Hell yeah, bro. No, hell yeah. I knew it was I knew about that. What? But them dudes are doing it like water. So it wasn't like you wasted your whole day. You sit in by the lobby. And one thing about them was because it was a place of business, you couldn't violate. So even though he was doing what he was doing, you wasn't slapping the old ladies, you wasn't pissing in the elevator, you wasn't robbing nobody, customers wasn't lingering around the buildings. All that wasn't happening. You young dudes don't have this, and you allow this to happen in your neighborhood. This wasn't happening. This wasn't not that it was bad for business. This. Your mother still lived for you. Your aunt still lived for you. Your best friends. You know what I'm saying? You still protected your neighborhood, even though you was doing wrong, but you didn't let nothing else come between that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's where a lot of times y'all get it twisted. It was just that much control. These wasn't gang members. There wasn't no oath, no pledge, no loyalty to this. It was the rule of the land. When grandma come, hold on. Yo, we'll go over there. Dudes have respect. If you made too much noise, somebody come out and say, yo, my mom's just trying to sleep. Yo, just get out the lobby, bro. You dudes think everything gotta be real, man. Yo, Tony Lopez had the old 25. You know what it is to have old 25s to sell those for $10? That means off a brick he was making poof. You know, dimes. And with the hill hole, you couldn't go with small money. You had to go with $10. This is how real it was, bro. Bring you back to an era, a generation. I showed you the flicks. Salute, bro. Cam Stone in the building. You know what I'm saying? He kept order. That's one thing. And them niggas, they kept order. They kept order with what they was doing. That's why there wasn't no big raids. Nobody was, because even though some people hated the fact what they were seeing, it wasn't no violations happening. People call police every day. This is a police scanner. Somebody's always calling. But it wasn't to the point where dudes was violating. Now think about a guy that was doing, like I told you. Let me tell you how real this is. His stash, one of his stash houses was in my projects. Dudes in front of the building all day. Do not assume that this guy has all this work in the building. Police kicks the doors open. You find, I think, 2 bricks and a half. That's the first case, I think, 2 in court. You know what I'm saying? With somebody else. That was crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to hear that. It was dope. Like I told you, a lot of things began to happen. The hood was changing, and a lot of dudes was feeling like, I think some dudes was using the Tony Lopez thing. Because remember, he had nothing to do with the Tony Lopez situation. A couple of good dudes that he knew got caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Tony Lopez. Now, mind you, these dudes is getting money. No. I showed you a flick of 4 or 5 different blocks that was all together. So that's a network right there. That's a network of dudes, man. Forster was killing them too. We not gonna forget about Forster. Dudes was killing them. Going to war was bad for business. Being disrespectful in your neighborhood was bad for business. You know what I'm saying? Because your mom still lived in the building unless you moved out. Your mom still lived in the building if she didn't move out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, man, and that's, you be talking about the album, look, the West Side thing came out, you know what I'm saying? The classics, those are the albums. Tell me shout out to Forster. Them dudes was killing him. One thing about Forster was, if you was an outsider, you just couldn't go in, bro. You had to know somebody to go through Forster, to really go through Forster. Like Forster was like was actually a place that everybody be talking about. Oh, you go to projects, you can't die. Forster was like that. You just couldn't go through Forster projects. You just couldn't go. Definitely 12th Street side. Definitely was going through 12th Street side. You know what I'm saying? They was getting a lot of money on that side. If you wasn't from there back, you definitely couldn't go through there, bro. Definitely couldn't. definitely couldn't. No man's land. That's the Foster was like, nah, I'm not going over unless you. Even if you knew somebody, you had to be official, bro. Shout out to the whole FEB, man. That FEB went to Foster, I think, in Lehman Project. Wasn't FEB in Lehman Projects too? FTW tab. Hell yeah, facts. That shit was a war zone. Now it's funny because that's part of 12th Street in Taft. It's like I call it the senior citizen building. I don't know why, but it's just that there's nothing's happening in that building on that side of 12th Street. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you lunch me, bro. That was Forster, bro. Now, which one? Everyone, it was still money. The 90s, 94, 95, 96. The streets were still like it was still the same. Just new. It's just a newer generation. The OGs are sitting back hitting dudes. Here, take that. It's your turn. And this is before really the gang revolution. This is before like really the gang revolution. This is when I remember when your man had an MPV with BBS rims on it. Bam, that was crazy. The band recorded case until like 6-7 years, I think. In Carver. The funny part, small world, is I believe Tone Lopez got kids with Bam's sister. You know what I'm saying? So you see how the hood is connected? You see how small the hood, like how Bam used to be with some of them Hill Hole cats at the video shop, if you know what block I'm talking about, the video shop. When they owned the video shop. You know what I'm saying? There was no, that gang shit was, all that shit was a jail thing. That was definitely a jail thing. That wasn't, because dudes are still friends. You went to school with her. You know what I'm saying? Little Ant, that's my man. He just came home a couple of years ago from the feds. Little Ant. Ant from my block too. Little Ant from my block too. He from Lex. But he always got money in Wash. He always ran with Ant White, you know. He always is with them. Ant White, he was with Bubs, Poochie, Pooch Dogs and all them. You know, rest in peace, Rap Boy. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he was always with them. I can honestly say that he always been with them dudes. Always been with them dudes. Yo, I got a picture from a blast for the past, right? And I spoke to him, man. Debbie shots my man Mad Jack. Now this is Sean Black, Hakeem Fire Bubbles. Rest in peace, Bubbles. That's Fire with his arm up. That's Hakeem, Sean Black. It's the 90s right here. This is the 90s, man. It's the 90s, man. That's the 90s. That's the 90s. It's funny because Fire is popular in Douglas Projects too. Shout out to my man Father U from the PTC crew. That's why you never let nobody. You know. Sometimes the dudes come around with their scientific logics, but yeah, I'm gonna show you a picture, man. I spoke to him too. I spoke to man Mad Jack. Mad Jack chilling. He in the Carolina somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is when we was kids. This is when I was going to grandma's house. Hold on. Make your laugh. Hold on a second. Yeah, Ant was doing them too. For as a pack, he was getting a lot of money, and he wasn't going to war. Years later, that alliance thing started to happen. You know what I'm saying? Even that shit that happened at Club Arenas with Derek and all them, Ant had nothing to do with that. Yep. Yeah, he had nothing to do with that, man. You know, we deal with this old New York thing, man. This is when they wanted the championship at Rucker. When Sugar Hill wanted the championship at Rucker, that's the, you know what I'm saying, before he got his Fed charge. Get there. Because these are the cats from Douglas. Your cats on the west side. These are them Douglas cats. Some cats out of Douglas on the west side cats. what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to the mighty West Side, man. We, you know what I'm saying? This is, you know what I'm saying? When we talk about, when we start talking about the histories, you know what I'm saying? And we take it out of gang culture, it's a whole lot of better conversation, you know what I'm saying? The good brothers from 107th Street. Can't forget about the good brothers from 107. You can't forget about them, the Gold Rush Mob. For the block. Yeah, they're doing some type of fixing in the crib. I gotta show you another picture though. Make y'all laugh when you see this picture though. Definitely shout out to, you know. I spoke to Matt Jack, man. It's my guys. You all grew up together, man. You all grew up together, man. That's why I really feel, man. No, I gotta give Ed White his flowers. You know what I'm saying? We didn't kill each other. You know what I'm saying? We definitely wasn't trying to kill each other. Yo, this is Tab. Here go your man. Here go to FTW. Here go to FTW. Let's go to Tab. Here go to FTW, man. Mad Jack and Frank Nitty. Free Frank Nitty. This is the FTW crew before FTW. Free Little Wives. We ain't free yet. Yo, White Bills. Here go your man Mad Jack. Your man Frank Nitty. Shout out to one from T. Madison. You know what I'm saying? Maverick and all of Maverick. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. See, Frank, you know what I'm saying? That's when I was going to Grandma's house. Grandma lives in 7, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, shout out to my man Frank Nicky, man. My little man Dirty Habit. Shout out to my little Dirty Habit from 7, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, little aunt, yeah, in that apartment. They keep the doors down, black it out. Yep, little Ant. He home now though. He doing good for him. So shout out to little Ant. Yeah, that's the guy in the picture. You know what I'm saying? That's the old boy in the picture. This just to refresh what's going on. This is just plain respect. Exactly. That's coming out soon. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to everybody that pulled up. Got to show up to my man Ant White. Got to give him his flowers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you about, there was some type of war going on in the jail. He brought the people together. When the plug hit him, when he got hit right. I was around for that, for those, I was around for some things, you know what I'm saying? Can't tell you everything. I told you, my right-hand man was like, one of the go-to guys, one of the go-to guys. He caught a Fed charge, though, but that's what comes with the game. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the game. When you start playing heavy, you catch a Fed charge. The Ant White, I seen him go from 150 to boom. Yeah, dude just coming home. Wagner in the building. Shout out to Wagner, man. Shout out to Wagner. Shout out to the Baby House Committee, Down Boys before anything the shout out to my man, Your Home from 117th and all that. Mansky and all of them. Before the Blue Top Mafia, we had other situations. Shout out to the Down Boys. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you know what I'm saying? This is just New York. This is some New York City, man. They got order doing life. This is the most important. See, this is Little Ray right here, my man, crazy. That's Little Ray. Rest in peace, Little Ray. That's crazy. That's my block. That's my man Rob, crazy. But that's Little Ray right there. Little Ray got ties to us and the Lower East Side because his brother-in-law was getting money on the East Side. You know what I'm saying? Definitely rest in peace, Little Ray, man. He was getting money with them down that hill. See, this is Tone Lopez with another Superman from my block, as Superman. May they both rest in peace. That's my block. So my block was like my block was the who's this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, who's this, man? Who's this right there? These guys are in a dangerous place right here. These guys in this picture, they in a dangerous place. It's really dangerous. They in a dangerous place. You know what I'm saying? See? It's our era, man. See, this is Tom Black and all of them when he was younger. Charles, Chase, Pudge, Mo. My man Randy Love walk on the bench somewhere. Shout out to Randy Love. You know what I'm saying? Black Top Crew. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, that's what we doing here, party people. We just getting you back to a time where it was just a lot more respect. Like you said, man, there wasn't no written rules, it was just unwritten rules that you stood by. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, we got the classics, baby. You know what I'm saying? This is Tom Black right here. This is Tom Black got caught up in a Little Kim case. He did like a dime for that. In that case, the Little Kim court, he got sort of caught up in that. He caught a Fed charge over that. Tom Black. That's Chase, Sugar Hill Chase. That's the Mo. You know, Randy Love Walker from Wash. This is what kept peace in the hood. The football team, Sugar Hill. You see the faces and know the faces. Y'all know. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all Chase. Y'all know the chant. Scar. They go Scar. You see Heck. You see Mikey over there. You see Heck with the white thing on his head. That's 5 different hoods. You see JG. You see Chubbs. Yeah. You see Chubbs right there. You know, Free Chubbs. Scar. TWB. Shout out to the Washington boys. That football team, that was like the 80s. They was doing their thing. Hell yeah. We got to remind people, man. We all found a way to get along. That's what kept peace. Like, yo, that son cool, son of such and such cool, such and such. That's a classic picture right there. That was part of my block. Even though Tone's from 141st and Broadway, he was deep on the east side. You know what I'm saying? He was definitely deep on the east side, man. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these dudes, they don't have IGs and Instagrams, but the streets know who they are. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, a lot of these dudes didn't go to the state penitentiary. Nothing wrong with going to the state. A lot of them dudes called Fed bids. They did over dimes and 20s. You know what I'm saying? These dudes are federal inmates. You know what I'm saying? Became federal inmates. A lot of these dudes don't know what Attica looked like. Definitely Don Rico in the building. They don't know what the swing looked like. No disrespect. They went to the feds. Yes. This picture I had just came home from Rikers Island in 1991. In 1991. That's not first. I just came home from jail. Don Rico in the building, man. Show you the classics, man. But Aunt White was a part of that history. You know what I'm saying? Like, Aunt White was there. He was a part of that history. We can't forget about Aunt. You know what I'm saying? Aunt was the coolest guy in the world. The pit bull. He was getting fucking black. And there was no shootouts. Then things began to happen. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. They have, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell dudes, man, we dealing with, at some point, yeah, shout out to my man Hakeem, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we always build, man, and this is how you raise your kids to be respectful, because you was raised to be respectful. A lot of you dudes is I don't know what you're following or what you're listening to. Disrespect ain't the way. Having a lot of enemies is not the way. It wasn't cool to have a bunch of enemies. You know what I'm saying? No, it definitely wasn't cool. I seen dudes change their life over. Shout out to Monty. Monty doing the right thing, bro. Monty doing the right thing. Monty, he got a great job. Family man, seeing with his son enjoying life. His brother just came home a couple of months ago. He did like over 20 years. Cecil. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's back in the pen, but he did a long time, man. This is Sugar. This is W.O. Harlem. This is Sugar Hill Tone, my man JG, my man Keith at Roseland. See, a lot of people was going to the Rucker, the Palladium, 1018. A lot of dudes was going to Roseland. Roseland was also popular in the 80s and the 90s. This is, you know what I'm saying? Now, he was a part of the White Revolution too. Sugar Hill Tone, he was a part of that. Allegedly, he was a part of that whole come up with that whole win. Yeah, this is this is my block. There's a hood. JG from Wash, Keith from up east side. I think he from Rupert's. There's a club over there called Quasimodo back in the days. He used to go to Ted Smooth parties and all that. That's when KC from where he got locked up, KC Purple City, he used to always pull up in those fucking vans. Shout out to Wagner, you know what I'm saying? Master Z and all of them, you heard? Yeah, we all grew up together, man. So sometimes when you hear the stories that they're not well versed. And now, you know what I'm saying? Now it's not all over the place. You get to hear well versed. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you the blocks. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure. And this is all East Harlem legends. These is legends of our territories, of our greats. This is Fire and Douglas. You know what I'm saying? Fire and Douglas. Free fire, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we come from a special cloth, man. And that cloth that we come from, it can't because our cloth don't come with the. Now, son, in this picture right here, if you know my man Hakeem. This is what I mean. Dudes can't get to a dude like that. You know what I'm saying? He a legend out of Douglas. So I'm trying to tell you, dudes wasn't too busy trying to go to war. June was popping. Son, in this picture with man Hakeem, that's a legend right there. That's a legend right there. He's a legend out of Douglas. If you know, you know. These dudes don't got IGs and all this craziness. You know what I'm saying? That's my man Ha. You know what I'm saying? Hakeem's one of my day ones. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my day unos. If I make a Black Rob, my man Rock City. This one Rock City was shout out to the Jeff Mob, man. We gotta give it up to the Jeff Mob. We can't forget them. Now just so the Jeff Mob was getting money and White was getting money. That whole East Harlem was on fire. My man was getting money with Rock. Ant was killing. I remember when my man first told me, he was like, yo, son, me and Rock about to do something allegedly. What? Boom. Because remember, Rock from Jeff. I remember Rock because they lived across the street. We used to go to the boys club together. Coach Mel, his brother, you know what I'm saying? Big Joe, rest in peace. We all somewhat grew up together, you know what I'm saying? That was a great one. This is Rock City on First Ave, right? From First. You see black Latinos, right? You don't see this all blacks, do you? Black Latinos. This is the 90s. This is the 90s. This is Black Rob before Walt, before Bad Boy. And it's alleged that the guy who put into, and it's alleged, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's all he's trying to do, man, and be respectful. It was dope to open the door for an old lady, carry her bags in the building. It was dope. It was dope when the older people come to you and be like, yo, there's a guy that been hanging out in the hallway, and they come to us instead of calling the police. And we like, all right, but we're gonna handle that. Yo, son, come here, me holler at you. That's why I love my block. Definitely my man Blue, Brian. Oh, you know, the niggas out of 183 that building. Those are the road warriors. My man was the road warrior. He's doing great now, but he was those dudes because he really wasn't into hustling. He would catch a scrape here and there. He's a block guy. He used to put hands and did everything he was doing, but he was not into creating an enterprise. Y'all niggas know y'all know my man B Black and Kess and all. They was slap. Kess caught these dudes was what? Did actually Didn't I tell you can't hang out in the building? You know what I'm saying? They came to us, bro. Yo, there's some guy making noise on the third floor. We creep. Yo, son, what you doing? Yo, bing, ding, 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 ding. Get him out of here. You dudes ain't have none of this traffic. All y'all do is sit outside and y'all get sturdy. Julie Julio Ortiz, my favorite Puerto Ricans in the building. And y'all allow the things that go on in your neighborhoods. Because remember, our mother still lived in them buildings. We had to be respectful. Hell yeah. Yeah, and that's how it went. So it always was love. Y'all took the love away. Y'all started being, y'all felt a pair of Louis meant more than, yo, let's have a block cookout for no reason at all. Yo, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you, dudes wasn't, like, how, I just told you, I'm in the parking lot. Y'all can, DT in there, DT from the Brian Ave boys. Leslie, they case had like 10 bodies. Nobody spent the block on him. Nobody spent the block on him. Nobody spent the block on him and got crazy. Now I can't. I can't front, man. We can't forget about Papa from 100th Street. Definitely the legend Papa himself. He had life parole and caught 25 more years on top of his parole. He had like a 25-year run on 100th Street. Held that block down. That block on 100th Street between 1st and 2nd will always be known as his block, bro. Even not ever. That's Papa's block. Free Papa, man. He got caught up. He had like a good 25. The last time I seen Papa physically, he was doing some business with my man, and he said that something happened. He was on his way to Pittsburgh, and he had to throw some bricks somewhere. Allegedly, that's, you know what I'm saying. This is some shit that he was telling my man, like, yo, son, I seen him on 96. My man, because my man was doing some type of act, you know what I'm saying, some type of transactions. He was like, nah, not that day, but yo, see what happened. That shit, I had that time. I had to fling it. A lot of people didn't even know. I think Papa had a crib in my man building. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, you can't forget about my man Ivan and Ray, you know what I'm saying? You can't forget about them. Those is living legends, man. 102nd Street, 2nd Avenue. Pfft. Rest in peace, Nelson, man. He was killing them. This is East Harlem. We talking about 2nd Avenue. Across the street is the D. Yeah, the Richie Cotto guy that was getting money in East River, Metro Norfolk. Now, I remember, my man Joe used to be over there. See, Graffiti brought me over there. Kevin, the rest in peace, brought me, you know what I'm saying? Yes, R.P. man now. Those are dudes that brought me over there. These dudes this was, and it wasn't race wars, it was this other shit. But it wasn't like 12 up in the morning and said, yo, I'm going to war with the blacks tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Or the Puerto Ricans, I can't change them no more. That came from, I think, a jail thing. They began to hit the streets, and they hit the streets nasty. Because now, the leader of these crews aren't from your block. Outsiders. One thing that we did was we kept the outsiders out. If you wasn't from my block, you couldn't get money on my block. And that's how the wars were started. The outsiders became, and listen, no offense to no gang members. Y'all start getting sensitive. Here goes Zeke throwing shots, and here he go. This is the God honest truth. These little young boys is following dudes not from your block. So anything that they do is based off of an outsider's move, bro. PT 131 was a black thing. Washington Boys was a black thing. You know what I'm saying? It definitely was a black thing. It was definitely a black thing. You know what I'm saying? So it was always love. We all bump heads in parties. I don't understand how y'all can't have a cookout without nobody spinning. We was going to the same parties. Them double R parties, G-Boy Pro, y'all know 110 from 1199, St. Francis de Sales, B&B's. Remember the B&B joints? And we wasn't, tell you about it, we wasn't having shootouts on our way out. Yo, son, let's shoot this shit up. Like I'm not gonna say it never happened, but we wasn't doing that. Dude, it was like a fashion show. Dudes would get fresh to death. That's what North Face was costing like $500-600. I mean, and white to tell you, army jacket with the army hat with the Vasquez and all that. You got to think about this. $40 per pack. It was crazy. Dudes had to start paying dudes more just to have dudes click. He changed the economics. This shit was like stock. My block started giving niggas $20 over a pack or $30 allegedly, but then the nigga who's watching you, he gets $10. But to make $20 on a pack, you did 10 packs, you got $200. 10 packs went like this. Like this. It was crazy. We got to see what Tony Lopez took at a larger scale, rest in peace, or and murder. We never seen, the only dudes that was in that circle that was seeing that really before us was Nell and them and Reno and Papacino and Papo and all them dudes. Because they had the flows already. Definitely shout out to them dudes on her fourth Lex. They had a flow. He had a flow. You know that dude by that where the stoop is at, like you know what I'm talking about. Y'all get the drift. On third, hold on, third. On fourth. Nah, I think that's on fifth. On fourth or on fifth. You know that little block, that little stoop used to be on. This is the money. This is when a $130 and a Lex was $1 million industry. $130 and a Lex. As hot and as busy as that block is, between Lex and Park, and Lex and third, on third, it was crazy. It was crazy back in the days. We can't forget about the dead end kids. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely. You know what I'm saying? Can't forget about the dead end kids. Yeah, the red door, son. That's the red door. That's the shit that Steve old brother, I think, allegedly shot up the door. You know what I'm saying? The red door. That's the shit that Steve. You know what I'm saying? Really, shout out to my man Felipe and all of them for 122nd and Lex. Yo, there was this short guy. He used to get money on 122nd and Lex. He had the purple tops, allegedly, but he had a car. He was cool with Steve. He was short, Puerto Rican dude. And he would let Steve O and us drive his car. We would always drive to the Bronx, but we wouldn't go far. We would go like to Patterson or Millbrook. We were right around the South Bronx, and that was dope in '89. I forgot son's name, but he was short. I remember he had the cut dog. He would let Steve O drive the car. We just drive right across the bridge. You know what I'm saying? That's 120. See, East Harlem is like East Harlem, but it's separated in certain parts of the zip code. Not separated, but it's just different. You know what I mean? Told you we all went to the same clubs. Was Barbino. You know what I'm saying? It was a dope feeling, man. It was dope. It was good history. It was good love. It was like you'll never understand it unless you was there. Like y'all watch a DVD and go, that's the Purple City gang. From 122nd and Taino. We was clubbing with them in the same club. In the same spots. Ted Smooth shouting blocks out. Yo, shout out to niggas on Lex. Shout out to DJ Demo. Shouting dudes out. No, shout out to the Lex. Like the Hilltop. Told you, my parking lot was, to me, in my eyes, the Puerto Rican version of Willie Burgers. When he came to the car show, Tony Lopez would have a van out there, the Sterlings, the Golfs. He pull up in the Wrangler Jeeps with the back out. He pull up with the Wrangler Jeep with the big glasses. The big cars in that parking lot. You see them with big cars in that parking lot. Nobody, guns, but we don't know because these dudes act like they ain't got no beef with the world. We talking about when Elliot, rest in peace, was alive in them projects in Carver, when he had Black Park blocking. No disrespect to the Carver Marshal. Salute to the Carver Marshal. We can't forget about, you know what I'm saying? My man Joe Tisdale. And the rest of all of them. Not just him, but Heathcliff and the rest of them. Actually, I got a story for y'all. This is dude from Madison. There's a crew called Mad Madison Mall. They called him Head Tech. He used to mess with this girl in my project. He had kids by some chick in my project, my man's sister. We used to be like this. Like he was like another nigga that you felt his body aroma. It was always negative. I remember one time I was sitting on the bench. Nigga sat right next to me. I'm like, oh shit. He's just sitting there. I'm sitting there like, oh shit. All you hear is with him, violence. But it wasn't no violence. He just is on his Debo shit. Like, not Debo, just what's up? Shout out to Heck Tech, wherever he at, man. Who know Mad Madison, Margaret. You know, man. That's the era that we come from. These are the dudes that we was around. Remember, we growing up. We the new little young boys. Me, my mans and them, Ain't White and them, Push Dogs. We the new ones growing up. We ain't kids no more. They got their eye on us. These little niggas gonna try us, and we out of here. See, they already made a decision. The young niggas are acting crazy, they out of here. But they had a better place for us, business. They ain't stupid. These little niggas don't get high. How many, before dudes started getting some money, a bunch of us little young dumb niggas just traveled to the bus stop at 110th Street to buy weed. Travel. Yo, 20 deep to buy a bag, buy 2-3 bags of marijuana from a spot called the bus stop. We had this cheap ass weed spot on the 101st Street. Then all that other exclusive shit came, we started getting money. Then we started thinking about the shit of Audubon and all that shit up time you catch a cab to no man's land and come back with some high potent marijuana. All that shit wasn't in the you talking about before the nuclear shit and all that shit. This is the era that we in. We always there, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember Ivan, man? Ivan, he has a brother, another brother. These dudes used to really block down crazy. It was getting money. It was that much money, bro. Across the street, they both like that whole little quarter, 102nd, 103rd, and all that. There was a spot, I think a bar. I think there was a bar that was on 102nd to 102nd, 103rd, going towards 105th. They claimed some Italian niggas owned the bar, or used to be in the bar. It's right by a church. I think it's going like to the 105th, like 104th or 105th, the 2nd Avenue. It was a little bar that some Italian niggas used to be up in. I remember that little spot. My man Dave used to go over there a lot because his mom was one of them Italian guys. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Dave. Because Dave used to ride bikes. You know what I'm saying? Them bikes, all that bike life, they was doing that then. You know what I'm saying? They all go to Rewards Island and be riding together with, rest in peace, Dirt Bike James and the Redhead Joeys and my man Marcus from my block and Minor and Mena and all of them. You know what I'm saying? Dudes to get together and ride bikes together that kept peace in the hood. This is different blocks getting together to do something. But now, because we promote this gang culture, like it's you took it because there was no rules written down. You just knew what to do, what not to do. I don't understand it. There's no way there's 50 customers coming. We used to shut down. Yo, move. Yo, such and such grandmother coming. Yo, chill. Wait a minute. How you doing, man? Hold on the door. She looked at the way they crazy. You good. And that's what we did. And that's why the older people in my projects, they love us. When them little gang niggas have to come on my block with that gang shit, some things happen, and when we put that shit to a stop, the old niggas came to us. They didn't call the police, bro. They came to us. Who's going to some of you old niggas? You know what I'm saying? I'm not the triple O for show, nigga. I'm not the, Zeke name ring bells and 8 jails. I'm not that. But when some black and Spanish shit was going on my block, who came to me, them old Spanish niggas? Yo, Zeke, what's going on with the black and Spanish thing? I don't know. I'm gonna find out. And I wasn't the only one. I heard that a couple of other niggas got approached by some older people that felt that their grandkids was going to hell because of some new things that was going on, and it got resurrected. It got fixed. The problem was solved. Nobody died though, but the problem was solved. Nobody got shot. Nobody got cut. Well, somebody got punched in the face and their pockets dug, but that's all. That's because you want to walk around and be tough. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? But y'all get the point. They come to us not because they scared, because we're protecting. Your mother live here, bro. You think that's gangster? Somebody start shooting the lobby up? Yeah. I remember my man used to not open up. Sometimes we won't open up until the kids came from school. That just wasn't a Bronx thing, a Cardamom thing. That was just a thing, I don't know. It might have been a Spanish thing. But these dudes would be like, yo, where we going to 96th Street? Let's be normal. And we heard TNT's 2 blocks down, we got the fuck off the block. You niggas want to take chances and play and do all that dumb shit. We wasn't into that. That was weird activity. Dudes that want police attention. What the fuck you want police attention for, bro? This is serious, man. You know, we want you. And that's why I brought the Ant White story up. Because it's the story of a man that when there was a black and Spanish war going on in the penitentiary that wasn't going on in my neighborhood. And these niggas was getting real money. And they was getting hit by real dudes. And the blacks and Latinos was hanging out together. And we took care of our neighborhood as in being respectful. We felt weak if somebody, I remember one time this guy was smacking this girl up. And we was like, son, what are you doing, bro? We knew, son, but it wasn't about nothing that serious, but what are you doing, man? You can't be doing that. Yo, son, get out of here with that, man. That make your block look weak. You make your block look weak. That's how the outsiders come on. Them dudes are soft. You know what I'm saying? How that goes. Gang culture made a lot of dudes. There's a lot of real dudes that's in gang culture. But it also gave an avenue for a lot of suckers. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes, there's a lot of dudes that got status. I'm nobody. But I be looking like, where's he from again? Yo, he from, get out of here. That's such and such. What? Yo, nah, I became homie because my cousin is homie and I took an oath. But your cousin had status, so he gave you status. And now you got these young boys killing each other because you playing street games. You don't have no power on the block you live on. You don't have nothing. You can't put work on the block. So all only thing you're forced to do is talk about things that don't equate to $1. And that's what the blacks know, whatever the case may be. So with that being said, the Ant White story, money tree, that was a lesson. It didn't create a war in my community. Dudes got along with each other. Nobody died as in that point in time. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna do another one for dudes in my hood. But definitely shout out to Big Head Mikey, shout out to Head. Cause he's fucking with Ant White. Twins, Hakeem, Hakeem for whatever. Shout out to Hakeem. Dudes that was fucking with him, Little Ant, Little Ralphie. 5 foot of the host of the year. He was, you know what I'm saying? Little Ray, rest in peace. Fat Spanky from 100th Street. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that was Sean Black, he's doing good in Syracuse. I've been seeing him DJing and all that. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sean Black. And he be doing some type of construction. Definitely shout out to Sean Black. The originals, you know what I'm saying? Cody out there, rest in peace to his son. Rest in peace to his son. Rest in peace to Cody's son. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to his son, man. Some shit hit at home because you grow up with their mothers and their fathers, and shit happened in the hood. And the hood is dirty and dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to remind you, man. We used to be loved, bro. The man Kenny Black right here. The man I was talking about. Shout out to Kenny Black. He alive though. Go check him out, man. He in the feds. He got like 20 years. That's Kenny Black right there. You know what I'm saying? Get in tune with him. He's locked up. He in the feds. You know what I'm saying? That's KB right there. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be mindful of love. That my man Roz with his moms, man. I love this picture. Rest in peace, Roz. 131 crew Roz. And Wash, word. This is some things that matter. You know, this matters to me. Now this is on 100th Street. That's they on the bikes. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. They on the bikes. So man, Green Eye Mike and rest in peace, Ed White. They had the bikes. It's funny because that building that they're passing, they going. That's 100th Street. You know what I'm saying? That's 100th Street. The hill holes on that block. I think it's one of those buildings. Next one of those buildings, but that's the hill hole. That's the hill hole block. 100th Street between Lex and Third and Lex. You know what I'm saying? Ant White, the man himself. So it's like, exactly, free KB, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, because I remember how I met Kenny Black was, we used to do fights with Derek and Monty and Lindell, rest in peace. We used to do fights with them, but they used to be with him by the parking lot. You know what I'm talking about, by the parking lot, by a big park. They used to be over there a lot. So it used to be him and his brother Tone. They used to be around him. So that's how we got in tune with him, because we had a couple of fights with Derek and Monty, you know. And then I guess Kenny wanted to fight. Was it Tone? No, it was Tone. Tone jumped out the window and wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He had that fight and he was shaking out. And my man got the best of Tone. Shout out to Rodney Shell. You know, first time I ever see niggas call timeout, but it was deep because when Tone came to fight, not Tone as an end brother, definitely Ty Sean. I be knowing shout out to the Carver Mob. Exactly. Shout out to Ty from Carver. I'm happy you here, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Tone jumped out the window, I guess. I guess it was Tone. He was da-da-da-da-da. Yo, how he felt. Because I guess the situation happened with my, Rodney, you know what I'm saying, Rodney Shell, my man is Rock with them. So I guess he wanted to fight Rodney Shell. So Rodney Shell, now he coming to the block. He come up on the hill. He got definitely shout Mont Dog. Woo. Shout out to Mont Dog. Shout out to Monty. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mont Dog. Woo. Woo. So I'm saying, definitely shout. That's my guy. I mean, he doing the right. That's why I say he doing the right thing now. I remember Mont Dog was. I told you you had a couple of fights with them. Derek and Monty. Lindell one time. Rest in peace, Lindell from Wagner. You know what I'm saying? He's attacked season 1. You know what I'm saying? Wow, yes, rest in peace, Devontae. Facts. Yeah. So so now we go. Yeah, remember, it was a little more advanced. So now, me and Derek had like 2 fights. We shook out twice. Monty and they jumped me. He fake jumped me one time. They jumped me by Park Ave. I was going to see Grandma. And they slid on me. They ain't catch me slipping. My grandmother lived on Park. I'm by 110th Street, and they just coming through the tunnels. They went up on me, ding, ding, ding. They grabbed me, holding me. I got away with my life. This is crazy. A couple of summers later, these guys became shooters. But that night, so Tone, Kenny Black brother, he wanted to fight Rodney Shell. Now, when he came to the block, it was him. It was Jay Slay with him. You know what I'm saying? Jay Slay was there. Yule was there. Washington pulled up. Like, it was crazy. It was like a block. He was doing something on the block, and they just pulled up in the park. So about Tone wanted to fight Rodney. So Big Rod Shell. So Rod pops us from the South. You know, them old South cats, they would all smoke. His father, Rodney Shell, father hands was like this. He really talked to us. He just looked at us with that look. He gave his son a pat on the back and get busy. Rodney went outside and did the ding, 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 ding. Had a little ride in the parking lot. Then we all got cool. Nobody died. It was nothing but fights. bunch of fights, like up the hill versus down the hill, but not with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shit got greasy, you know what I'm saying? And then as we got older, dudes just like, yo, what's up, what's up? Like, dudes just best of friends. But we went through our dude troubles with them, we had to shake out with them a couple of times. It was crazy. Catch you slipping. These dudes just like come out of nowhere. Like I swear to God, you on the side block, you turn around, here go Derek and Monty smiling with army jackets out, the Carhartts, you like bats, like, oh shit. Nigga, come on, you know what I'm saying? So it was a time, it was a time and experience in our life, man. These dudes went on become like they became history. Part of East Harlem history. And I think the name he just said, a lot of people may have felt like, yo, such and such show love to them, or, you know what I'm saying? And just this is my man Jay right here, man. My man John. It's my man John. My man Jay Quest. You know what I'm saying? We stayed in Washington. You know what I'm saying? This is some of the Black Park crew from Carver's. This is definitely some of the Black Park. That's a piece baby, but this is some of the Black Park crew. That's the people on Carver. You know, see, definitely shout out to 050 trying to build the movement in the building. Now, when I came home in '96, this is the crew I was around. Definitely shout out to my Malik and all of them. You know what I'm saying? My man Martin, Green Eye Mike, shout out to my man June. You know what I'm saying? My man hosted here 5-footer. I came home to the allegedly the mother load. You know what I'm saying? Put it like this, they did me right. That's why sometimes you gotta lay up sometime, but I was coming to get that money. I got caught 9-6, 9-5. I said, I gotta do some jumping jacks. I gotta get home. There's too much money. It was too much money to catch 5 years for anything else other than what? Give me this 2 after 5. I'm going, you know what I'm saying? It was killing them. Bucks in the building. Definitely. These are, see, he had Sugar Hill too. Rest in peace from Wash. He kept the Sugar Hill Tone was in the feds. He kept the teams going. So there's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Malik. Yeah. We was all together. Because, you know what I'm saying? He spoke with niggas on my block. That's Mo right there with the Green Army hat. That's Malik right there, down with the Green Army. That's when he first came home the first time. Remember, he went to jail for a body the first time. He did like 8 years for that shit. Whew. Them purple dimes. You know what I'm saying? That's Malik right there kneeling down. That's when he did the dime. That's when he first came home the first time. He was home already because my man wrote me up north. Yo, Zeke, out of that, Dave cousin finally made it home. He did like 8 years, I think, the first time. Definitely, this is my man Yambo. Shout out to the GHP, his side of town. Shout out to Yambo. Definitely shout out to the GHP, what? Yeah, people saying he home. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? I mean, you can't call it. This is what East Harlem, you know what I'm saying? This is some of the Hillhole crew right here. You know. You know, shout out to my man, Willie Woo and my man Scar. This is some of the Hillhole crew right here, other members, you know what I'm saying? This is the Dead End. This is Sugar Hill Tone. My man Kevin Clark. Happy birthday, Kev. Anyway, my man Papa. That's Papa Jesus. And Papo. I just call him Papo from my first year. The Dead End Kids. And the fat guy, the heavyset guy. I forgot his name, but he from they represent Dead End Kids from 101st Street in Lex. Tell you, man, it's just some things that's historical. I'm just happy that I have the receipts. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to show you all receipts of some historical things. This is JJ and Poodle. This is JJ and Poodle. It's funny because everybody know Poodle for being in Carver, but he's from Lex. Just like JJ. JJ Slade. That's a dark skin with the white hat. That's JJ Slade. I caught my first F in Washington. It's funny, when I caught my first F in Washington, me and Aunt White used to kick it like it was Zeke. We could go half or something. You know what I'm saying? I wound up getting caught up in that situation. I caught a TNT situation. But guess who also was in the deal with us? Little Ab from FTW. He was in Wash with us too. A lot of people don't even know that. He was in Wash getting money with us too before he went other places. You know what I'm saying? My man 540, the whole year, it's the clear picture of Tone Lopez on 100th Street. Ride past it. You see it, there's love. Definitely, man. You know, Mr. G's was our spot. You know, Mr. G's was the spot. We had the Quasimodos. We had our own scene. We had Green Kitchen. We had Steakhouse at 86. We had Jackson Hole. We had to go uptown for everything was going downtown. We was more. That's why a lot of us. It's a lot of dudes on the east side. It was just different because we had more selection. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of dudes was going to Woody Burgers. Don't get it twisted. But if I go to, I'm going to Jackson Hole, throw some mock songs, some good slacks, a button up. It was a different type of crowd. So a lot of times dudes was going places where they could just get themselves with wifey. Go to 86. You go see a movie. After the movie, let's go. Steakhouse because we eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a gun with me. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Wifey Southern Belle. Definitely shout out to Wifey Southern Belle. I gotta go because I got some things I gotta do. I appreciate this. This is for my man Aunt White. I appreciate you, bro. It brought back a lot of East Harlem history. It brought us back to the basketball days, Big Park. It's crazy because now look how small the world is, right? And most of y'all that's in this chat probably know son. Where's my guy, man? What he call himself now? This is my man. He passed away. He used to be on my block. My man Marcus Little Brother. That's my guy, man. Rest in peace to him, man. Amazing little black man. Nick Grimes. All right, my man Eddie Elisma. He used to play for Georgia Tech. He got drafted by the Super Sox. He used to play basketball with us on 96th Street. Yeah, he played for Georgia Tech. And it's funny because he's my man Ed. Y'all probably remember, I'm showing the picture of Ed. Y'all remember Ed used to be on 96th Street with us and at the castle. He played with Georgia Tech when Stephon Marbury played for Georgia Tech. He just did all 4 years. My man Ed, he used to play basketball with him. 96th Street. 96th Street Park. Y'all remember him? You know what I'm saying? That's the other Ed. I always thought he was African, but they said he's Dominican. I always thought he was Ethiopian. I said, nah, son. He said he's Dominican. Shout out to my man Ed, you know what I'm saying? He in the park. He used to play in the park with him. He wasn't a Rucker Park star. He was just, he went to Georgia Tech. He wasn't famous at Rucker. Yeah, that's exactly. It's definitely Regina. The nationalities. I remember he said with Jeffrey. Little Jeffrey. That was his man. He always be on 96th Street. You dudes would go 96th Street, be running basketball. He wasn't a Rucker star. He wasn't nobody. Somebody just go to Rucker to see Ed play. He was just a guy that played basketball with us at 96th Street. He just took it a little more serious than everybody else took it, bro. Yes, definitely. And Medina, you be knowing, bro. You know what's dope in my generation? 96th Street Park was like a neutral park for us because it wasn't in the projects. So we went to 96th Street Park. Dudes didn't violate our park. We didn't violate our park. That was like our park. It was like It was like protected. It seems like a sort. Like I can't go to that party. You're gonna wild out. But anybody played basketball. It was the verse basketball court. Exactly. We used to go to 96th Street, yo, just play ball. We be running all day. But everybody, East Indians, Asians, everybody. Caucasians coming from Isaacs or Upper East Side. That was the dope thing about where we came from. Like we knew about the 357 crew and RD and DE3. Rest in peace, JJ, 357. We knew about all that. The one by the 6th train on 96. Right across the street. Boom. PS 198 Park. Then he had another one in Castle. Man, Yusuf always stay over there. Man, Yusuf, you know Yusuf on 97th Street. Shout out to Yusuf. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Blessings to definitely. Stay blessed. Shout out to Wifey, man. Definitely shout out to Southern Bell. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Southern Belle, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, she tolerates my craziness. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the fact that the new generation on my block, they're not killing each other, man. These are the young boys on my block, man. You know what I'm saying? These are the young boys on my block, man. You know, it's still love is love, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, this is what we protected. The streets ain't the same no more, man. And we got to remember that. The streets are definitely not the same no more. They're definitely not the same no more. It's my man Black. It's my man Black. That's my guy. The knockout, that's my man. That's my man Black. Man, B Black, man. You know, it was just the respect that we had. People wouldn't violate. You know what I'm saying? It's different now. It's this culture. Yeah, definitely, man. Here go Tay right here, just for you. Here go Tay. This is what you know what I'm saying? Tay was a good person. Like he was a people's person. I remember the day I actually took the picture because I was going for somebody who was going to a meet and greet. And he actually helped the person I was with, who was looking to get an interview, actually get an interview because I think he already knew Sarah Molina, that's 6ix9ine's baby mother. I think he knew already, and he was able to be like, yo, to get the interview. But that's Tay right there, man. Definitely rest in peace to Tay, man. He had a good heart, man. And it's dope because he walked in, he's like, yo, OG, and the kid he was with, like, yo, OG. And it's just hard to see that those two that was together that day. Unless he had this bad falling out. You know what I'm saying? And he was the guy, yo, Zeke, my mom said they love you and they love you. The hood loves you, man. You be showing love to the hood. This is what I do. I show love to where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? But definitely rest in peace to Tay, man. You know what I'm saying? Good dude, good heart, man. I don't know the street. I don't know the street element of him because I wasn't in the streets. But just him out of the element, he's a normal guy. He was a normal guy, bugging out, laughing, joking, yo, son, out of that. He wasn't acting all tough, yo, son. See, you know what I'm saying? He's a people person, man. With that being said, man, y'all have a blessed day. I hope. Rest in peace, Ed White. He brought a lot of love out today. Again, he brought a lot of love out. That's why I like doing these because it brings the love out in the good times. And we just remember to shout out to Southern Belle Wifey. Definitely shout out to her. Shout out to everybody that pulled up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's that Ed from Carver. That's that Ed from Carver. I remember Ed from Carver, though. That's my man El Medina, man. He pulled up. Ty pulled up from Carver. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Carver Mall. Shout out to the Washington Boys. Shout out to the 050 Trying to Burn movement. Definitely shout out to you know, Annette, Harlem 115th, Jose Vecino. Just running out quick. Mr. White Bill's always showing love. My favorite Puerto Rican, Julio Ortiz from 100th Street. Mr. Warbucks, definitely. I hope you enjoyed the show. For Nestor Dawn, we here. How you do for the low lives, we here, man. Definitely shout out to Harlem, man. The love, man. Don't forget the love, man. East side, west side, the love, man. When there's a time you can throw a cookout on the block, ain't gotta worry about no doing. Let's bring some biscuits. huh? You know what I'm saying? You're the only way in the world. What are you talking about? Because he wasn't looking to have beef with nobody. That wasn't how you got your respect in the streets. Dudes just respected the way some dudes move. Like, now, son, cool. He's minding his business. He's not in the loop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, PS 198, facts. From 198, a lot of my friends went to 198. Shout out to Cubby, man. They went to Wagner Junior High School. John J. Poole was like right there. So a lot of dudes were swimming uptown in Wagner and Jefferson Pool. A lot of dudes were swimming at John J. It just worked it out. And that, we're still from East Harlem. We just happen to be in an area that consisted of the Upper East Side. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love came out of this, man. Nothing but love came out of this. Nothing but love came out of this. We talk about something from the streets, but look how much love came out of it. We played on the same teams. We played on the, even as adults, we played football together, softball together. Shout out to my man Ty Bless. Ant White was cool, man. We probably been winning full course. When he started getting that money, he was still the same Ant White. He was just on his business ship. He was still the same Ant White. I see him in the D with his pit bull. Yo, see what's up. But it's funny because that's all you should think about. I'm gonna get money, get fresh, keep my kids fresh, and get a pit. That's it. That was like the average dude thought. I'm gonna be fly with a pit bull, and I'm gonna keep my kids fly. Dudes don't even say that no more. People don't even care about how their kids is fly. They don't even think about that no more. That was the end thing, yo. I'm gonna get money, my kids gonna be fly. I'm gonna get the Gucci suit. My son gonna have the Gucci suit. Nowadays, dudes is allowing kids to die in these streets. It's crazy. Yeah, I definitely know she do, man. It's crazy, man. Told you, the kid I met, I know his moms, I know his pops, I know his aunts. You know what I'm saying? Juju, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with Juju. You know what I'm saying? He had a big heart, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm gonna remember him for being a good kid, a good guy, a guy with a good heart. That's how I'm gonna remember deep. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, oh, Joe shit, yo. And it was like, I was standing there and they ain't clean to me on some gang shit. They clean to me because my father talks about you. Remember, I don't know these young boys. My uncles speak about you. That's big to them. Like, yo, see, you from Wash. And it felt good. You know what I'm saying? It feels good. When I get around them young boys in my projects, yo, see, what's up? How you doing, brother? Yo, how you doing, brother? And it's a good look. I get that from my OGs, like Sonny with Monday. A guy who I see, he didn't have big gold chains, a big car, but he'll walk down the block and get stopped by everybody. Yo, Sonny, what's up? All the love in the world. So I'm like, yo, son. You be waiting for Sonny to come to the block. Sonny have you waiting for 2 hours. Like, yo, Sonny, you just across the street, bro. Now I gotta show. That's when you get love. That's what it was about. We began to change love into materialistic things, to respect into statuses. That's not what it was, bro. My man Sonny didn't have big chains in a BMW. But the dopest thing Sonny did was he had a rap group called the Two Desperados. Him and my man June and Tone Lopez used to play their music. He was pushing their music. So salute to that. He was pushing their music. If they would have blown, who knows? Tone Lopez might have left the streets alone and got into the music thing. Because he was pushing their music. A lot of people may not even knew that. The Two Desperados. Son Spoon and my man Jumbo. So dudes was trying to find ways out the street. Don't ever get it twisted. When you're in the streets too long, things happen. It doesn't make you fake. It doesn't make you, like I told you, most of them respect, like Tone Lopez. You remember that. Exactly, bro. He was behind that. He was helping push the niggas behind the music, bro. In the eyes of a desperado. I'm a desperado. Sonny been rapping forever. I remember the first time I seen Sonny perform a show was at St. Francis. He did a song called The Money Making with DJ Wicked Wizard, aka Mose, his writing partner. He was the DJ. John was singing The Money Making. The money making. That was big to us. He's performing, and the party was packed. The party was packed. My man John was on stage like he was the Puerto Rican Ralph Tresvant that night. He killed the verse. Killed it. The money making, how she goes. He killed that shit. That money making chills. That he killed that shit. The same person that went on a national tour with the New York Boys Choir. The same person who sang at one of these editorial things, Jay Quest. The same person that was on the Jason Lyrics soundtrack. They played this song in the movie, Jay Quest. This is the guy that I wrote graffiti with. It's a guy that we may have confiscated some jackets allegedly sometimes. I don't know. Long story. Best friend. Puerto Rican. He wasn't Puerto Rican. But like this, spoke to his parents. I have more rights. I go to his crib without him. Yo, what's up? Boom. Chill. I mean, they're chilling. He even got to be there for me to go to his mom's crib. That's how tight-knit our community was. Yo, Brian, need a haircut. I'm going to your crib, Brian. All right, see, don't worry about that. I got you, bro. That's how tight-knit we was in my community. Ronnie Shell was cutting our hair since you was like 17, bro. He had a barber in her hood. Brian and Ronnie Shell, bro. More so, right. Dudes used to be up on Ronnie. Yo, Ronnie, the haircut. This nigga was nice. You would think that he'd be a barber today, but he's not. He was cutting our hair when he was 17, 18 years old, bro. Mind you, he's only 1 or 2 years older than us. I'm on my man Kwaku. My man Kwaku. This had to be in the early 90s. Kwaku. Y'all know Kwaku did the basketball thing. He went to, I think, North Carolina for a year. You know him at Kwaku get crazy. He did the music thing and all that. Kwaku decides he wants to become a DJ. So he's blasting his music. His mom's is the angel. May she rest in peace. May she rest in peace. Say hi to us, no matter what we was doing in front of that building, she always say hi to us with a smile. Hey, how you doing, guys? Oh, doing great, man. When she come around, if we're cursing, we'll stop. No, chill. That's some mom. So she think, man, you know what I'm saying? That's how much respect we had. We wasn't even cursing in front of dudes' moms. Y'all began to watch these movies and believing that drug dealer has to be disrespectful or the criminal has to be disrespectful. We used to be like, well, chill our son moms. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Mrs. Shell? Hey, how you doing? And she could walk with her pocketbook out. Wish somebody would want to pull that pocketbook. You know what I'm saying? That's how Willa was. Hey, how you doing? Yo, son, get the door. Yo, son, hold the door for some moms. But everything's gangster now. Everything is righteous and solid. So if everything's righteous and real right and solid, where did that go? Back to Kwaku. So Kwaku buys these turntables. He's playing his loud music, tearing up these blends. He don't know what he's doing yet. He has an idea that time, I think, of being Kingpin. Well, I don't know, Ron G or Kingpin. He's doing something different and weird and strange. I'm in front of the building. I have to listen to this shit all day because I'm doing my little 1-2s allegedly. Having it here, ding, 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 him play this music. So one day I see Qua, I see him bought some 1 and 2 turntables. I want to buy your first mixtape. What is it? Yeah, make me a mixtape. He made me a mixtape. It wasn't the best, but I came back to New York, and Kwaku was nice. He learned how to DJ. He started getting crazy. He knew how to put it together. He started producing music. I'm not saying that I was the inspiration, but I know that little $10, $20 I gave him, it meant something to him. Yo, Z wrote my mixtape. And I tried to like it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta try to, okay, this song right here sticks with me. You know what I'm saying? And that was just the friendly, manly thing to do. The Ed White era. We was little kids. We had respect. I believe I'm one of the first people Kwaku cut my hair. When he said he gonna be a barber, I remember, I was one of Kwaku's first real with those clippers. I think I was one of the first 20 that he cut. But Kwaku, you can cut my hair, I'll pay you for that. Kwaku was cutting hair crazy in Harlem. I'm not the inspiration, but I'm there for the support. Mind you, I'm in front of the building. I'm in front of the building thinking about pink MPVs and pink mansions and we're gonna have pink everything. Cause that's, the era, the gender, whatever crew I was running around with at that time. Most of the year was there, 540 was there, Little Rocky was there. Even the first floor, Grandma Wella, rest in peace to Wella, on the first floor. He was there, bro. I don't understand. Maybe we have to have these pictures. Let's not talk about the killers of the game, but the dudes that was more structured, more family, maybe more timid in the game. Because you keep glorifying and then these dudes, they think they believe Sean Black was popping 100th Street. That's Sean Black from 100th Street. We used to play basketball in Big Park, center deck parties. Sean Black from Walsh, 100th Street. You see 100? We was all kids. Him and Poochie was like this. Him and Pooch dogs. We never let none of that shit come. We never let things come between the love, bro. Shout out to Washington in the building. I see a lot of dudes from Washington pulling up. That's love, bro. If I see Sean Black moms walking on 103rd Street, and they was, yo, son, get out the way. It's my man Mars. Dudes will open the door. Yo, son, get the door, son. We still have respect. We wasn't. I'm telling you, some of the dudes, remember, the dudes that was getting high, these were the ex-gangsters. These wasn't just regular fiends. A lot of dudes that started getting high, these dudes were the stick-up kids and the bullies and the dudes that was violating. And we just keeping them in check. Listen. What's up? There's a couple of them. Hell yeah, right on. Exactly. There's a couple of niggas that don't think because niggas, a lot of niggas that started getting high, those were the ex-goons. Come here, stupid. You know what I'm saying? Come here. What's up? That's how real this shit was. And we kept niggas at bay. If we gonna go to war, we're gonna go to war with someone who violate the building. You can't violate the building. Because the people come to us first. They don't call the police. So you got some people that call 911. But they go, like you know what I'm saying? They go straight to the people. Yo, son, what's up? Boom. That's what it is. They changed. Things change, but we still friends. Real friends. I ain't never get jumped in the center deck party. You know what I'm saying? They never got jumped in the party and that wasn't cool. We were 16, 17 years old. We was on our cocky shit. Like, it wasn't cool to be dirty. That wasn't cool no more. It wasn't cool to have dirty nights on and be scuffling and all that. Dudes would get with it, but dudes really knew you only did that when you was 8, 9, 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? Our competition was older dudes that thought that they could smack somebody around and tell you what you can do, what you can't do. What? And things change, man. Shout out to Washington Projects that who pulled up, man. Y'all, like I said, I gotta pay homage to where homage to be done. Y'all dudes really did some revolutionary shit. You know what I'm saying? That run was crazy. I was like, yo. And the dope thing about it, everybody ate that was supposed to eat, bro. Everybody that was supposed to eat, ate. Sandbox niggas ate. I remember the time when y'all was on fucking video music box. He was like, yo, they rapping. I remember we thought y'all was rapping. You see niggas on video music box and Poochie was talking, Yeah. They have to do a movie that derived from some real shit. Where you see how we're speaking about a legend. And as we're speaking the cloth, we're talking about nothing but love, bro. Nothing but love. There was shit that happened in the hood. Some things had to happen. That's anywhere in any ghetto, anywhere. But we kept our shit together, bro. I ain't never want to wake up in the morning tomorrow, yo, I'm gonna shoot Washington up. Come on, man. Sean Black is doing this thing with the DJ thing. Who'd have thought that Sean Black would be DJing? And he owns like some type of company he does. Where he at? When I see him, I always hit the like button. I support that shit, bro. Like, damn, son, that's Sean Black. That nigga Sean Black is, yo, he's really DJing the party. I remember they mans be DJing, he's been like, yo, play this record. The first time I heard Nas live at the barbecue, I went to a party in Center Deck. They had this nigga, I forgot that tall, dark-skinned nigga. He used to DJ them parties in Center Deck all the time. Skinny, dark-skinned kid. He played live at the barbecue like 20 times, bro. I think someone's from 102nd Street, too. Yeah, Diesel. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was like, play that shit live at the barbecue. These niggas was on the mic. Yo, shout out to these niggas, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, check them shout to Joe Blow for Wash. Yo, I heard Joe Blow, he played with the Carver Marble football. Is that the same Joe Blow that played with the Carver Marble football? I seen Ronnie one day on the train in the Bronx. He hugged me, you know what I'm saying? Ronnie doing the right thing. They said, what's up, man? And it just feels good. It was a lot of people looking like, oh shit. Yo, son, what's up? It was like the claw. Ronald, Del, Monty, Glendale, rest in peace. That was the squad right there, bro. Your man Rome, you know what I'm saying? These parties, you just go to these parties. House parties is popping, definitely Taino, definitely, you know, Washington always had a house party. The Center Deck parties was crazy. Like it was dope. It was dope. But you know, the streets began to change. A lot of dudes that we looked up to started getting high. So it was like, oh shit, this ain't the same no more. Y'all remember when JJ used to be beating on his chest, rapping all the time, JJ slaving around the way? That's the first time I ever heard that. Now, other people may have said that, but that's the first person I ever heard say JJ slave around the way, be hitting his chest on his craziness in the D. JJ was roll dice crazy. You know what I'm saying? He had the JJ Mobile. Yo, some dudes called his car the J. He had a caravan, the JJ Mobile. You know what I'm saying? And he's from my projects. He's from Lex. But Lex and Wash is the same projects. We just up the hill. We paid our rent in Wash. Don't get it twisted. We paid our rent in Wash. It's just Wash was was real. You had to go through Wash. You went through that D, you had to know somebody. You know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely, we bring it back to the love, man. I'm happy Washington pulled up, man. I'm definitely happy. Yo, this is my block. This big head, Scar from your projects, June, heck, and rest in peace, Dave. Dave, that was my man. Dave was my next door neighbor. You know what I'm saying? He got assassinated. You know what I'm saying? Over something foolish. This is my man's song. My man Jay Quest. This one he was on Mercury Records. My man John. Lil John. Jay Quest. He had a song with Pudgy the Fat Bastard. It's the song. Anything. Mercury Records. Mercury Records, at that time, I think Def Jam was a part of that. Def Jam was a part of it. Remember, Def Jam, at that point in time, was doing all the soundtracks, right? Bang. You know what I'm saying? It's I heard, I don't know how true it is, but Tony Stone from TKA, he's the one that basically, I think, introduced Black Rob or helped Black Rob meet Diddy. You know what I'm saying? So that's a Spanish guy that's introducing this young guy from his projects that he don't want to see die, and he introduced him, I guess, help Black Rob meet Puff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Derek Eady. You know what I'm saying? Can't forget about Derek. This is from a book, a hip hop book. This is my block. So you may laugh. They go Ed, they go Adam Torres, they go my man Dave brother Edwin, and that's Ed, Superman. This was in the book. This was in a book that you could buy, a hip hop book about East Harlem breakdance. Not only just about breakdance and Latinos. This ain't the Rock Steady crew. This is the HBR crew. Shout out to Jimbo. You know what I'm saying? The guy on the side with the blue, this one right here, he's one of the biggest concert promoters in New York City when it comes to Latinos. Adam Torres, bro. This is my block. They from Lex. You know what I'm saying? So we've been in the loop, my neighborhood. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Don't think that we been the culture. Day one. We ain't from the Bronx, but we from the culture. This is what the Puerto Ricans look like at one point in time. That's a block. You know what I'm saying? That's my man Jimbo. This is what any given Sunday on Lex. You know what I'm saying? It's back in the days, man. Man, I got your man Jimbo with the red joint, man. Wifey met Jimbo. Shout out to Wifey. She met Jimbo at the La Marqueta when Sonny wife owned the bakery out there. It's Ed right there, man. These dudes was influences in our neighborhood, bro. We keep the love, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the oldest friend I got. I knew this guy since I was 6 years old. My man Christian from Jeff. Y'all might know him. My man Chris with the white hoodie on from Jeff. That's my oldest friend. You know, when I moved to Manhattan from Queens and I went to PS 155, this is my first friend. He was the first. We was in kindergarten together. You know what I'm saying? My man Christian from Jeff, Second Avenue. I know him for 45 years. Shout out to my man Christopher though. Christopher Rivera, you know what I'm saying? So that's to be in Jeff. At Christian house, right? Rest in peace, mom. Rest in peace, mom. Chris, yeah, Christian. My guy. Just give you a little history, man, about the love, man. Things happen in the neighborhood. That's happening in the street. But you have some type of love, some type of respect for each other. You know, rest in peace. A man who did something great. And white at that era, where I remember he put it together. It wasn't a lot of dudes ate, a lot of dudes that didn't eat. You know, whatever. I got to do with the politics. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing but love. And I said, I ain't gonna front, man. Nobody died. And that when that happened, nobody died. They just, yeah, take it. It's yours. And who knew that the D would have looked like 88 money-wise? But Manhattan was look like 88 money-wise. So you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to all the soldiers out there. Tito, Mario, everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? My man Hakeem. Definitely shout out to man Ed Medina. Shout out to Second Avenue. You know what I'm saying? Man, Ivy, I was up top of Ivy. Shout out to Ivy, man. You know, Reno and all of them. You know what I'm saying? We here, man. Definitely free Papa from 100th Street. You remember those house parties on 100th Street? Used to be crazy. Shout out to my man Terrence, my man T-Bone. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to his brother True. So I hope y'all like this show. I appreciate it. And I see everybody brought the love out, man. Everybody came out, man. A lot of dudes I expected to come out came out, and that's what I want. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? That being said, I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to those of the Washington boys. You know what I'm saying? He's the Kingpin. One of the Kingpins made on speaker about because he don't got 30 bodies under his belt. You know what I'm saying? He just got to the money. You know what I'm saying? And we can honestly say no babies died and no grandmothers got shot in the head by accident. None of that craziness. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, Ned, I'm happy you pulled up. Rest in peace, Dante. Shout out to Hakeem, like I said, shout out to the whole Washington Project. Shout out to my man Sace, G&R, Spawn, G&R. Shout out to my man Joe Vitidio, Ava, Doc, and all them. Shout out to the PT-131 Graffiti crew. You know what I'm saying? No, this is the cloth, man. TWB, the High Post crew. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the High Post crew. Definitely the High Post crew. The FTB, you know what I'm saying? My man Chill Will from the East Side, you heard? cousin Passion, DJ Passion from Washington, Hype Relations. We here, party people. You know what I'm saying? You got time, go to 115th Street and throw a one in the ear to Black Rob. He's on that corner now. They named the street after him. You know what I'm saying? That being said, 21 gun salute. I appreciate y'all. I got some things going on. I love you, White Free Southern Bell, St. Louis, West Side St. Louis. And let's think about the good times, man. Let's think about the good times, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had their time in the penitentiary. It's crazy. Let's think about the good times. With that being said, man, shout out to everything on 100th Street. Remember, 100th Street was popping. Shout out to the whole 100th Street. You know what I'm saying? Third Ave. 100th Street was popping. That being said, peace.